Good morning, wrong universe. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Trekking Across the Universe. Today we are going to be reviewing episode Quattro. Not a quatrain. No, we're not doing Nostradamus tonight. That will be in October, but that's neither here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing episode 4 of Star Wars Ahsoka. And once we're done with the episode, we are halfway through the season. As we know, it's an 8-episode run. So much to the surprise and shock to everyone, we are halfway there. So we're going to get to it. I'm Roger, otherwise known as Palpatine, my compatriot who has, I guess he's a rebel or a republic. What are you? What are you, Senator Michael? Are you an old republic? Are you a new republic? What are you?
My republic.
Ooh. And one of my compatriots from the land down under. How are you doing there, Darth Gregorius? Or is it Gregarious? That's Gregorious, right?
Gregorious.
Yes. And folks, there it is. There's the hilt. You guys see if you can figure it out. But all kidding aside, we do have quite a few people on with us today. So please let us know who you are and where you hail from. And Lothcat, good evening, Lothcat. Or is it like this? Ooh, no, I better not do that on air. But that's all right. Hey, that was Star Trek, but it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. As I mentioned, it's episode 4. Elizabeth, Lothcat, I have to tell you, I have 3 pages today. And we're going to get to it. Tanya, you are more than welcome to join us, young lady. I'd be thrilled if you would. Coming in from New York City. So, yes, the Ahsoka hilts are awesome. I do not have one for Ahsoka, but, I gave it away. This one's not Ahsoka's. So that's a hint and a half. And we'll get to that one shortly. All right. I will send it to you right now, Tanya. Forgive me a moment. Gentlemen, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick? Michael, why don't you go over the calendar of the next 2 or 3 guests, and we're going to get right into the episode right now.
Okay, that sounds good. Our next guest, which we are very excited about, will be Mercedes de la Cruz on Monday evening.
Darth Gregorius. Excited about that, though.
No, he's
I
not.
am.
No, he's
I
not.
am.
No.
I am.
All together now, Michael. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Oh.
How pink am I getting?
Just a little bit. You do have the Ahsoka ones? All right, Tanya, come on. You're going to have to show it. Come on, come and play.
Yeah.
So that is cool. I am showing off all of the lightsabers that we have collected, my daughter and I. As a joke, I said, should we do it like the Big Bang Theory and start off a sword collection? Turns out we have several swords now. I don't know, man. All I see is the thought of all that money. But that's okay. They're toys. So we shall see.
You can have a decent
who else do we
studio in
have?
that garage now, you know.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You can have a decent setup for your studio in the garage now.
Actually,
no,
yeah.
you have lightsabers.
Actually, there are quite a few toys, I will have to admit. But we were going to move in 2021, so we kind of packed up stuff, and a lot of our stuff is still packed up. And when we are able to move, man, I'm already being attacked by the mosquitoes. Jeez, I'm so sorry. Wow, that's why I'm already a little nervous because I'm getting bitten. Man, I've got like 4 bites already. Geez, look at that. That's just right now.
Yes, I trained them well. Mm-hmm.
I hate you.
I know.
And the Ice Queen joins us. Good. Oh, we're going to show the toys. Let's play. Okay, there it is. Go ahead, Tanya. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Ice Queen is joining us. That is her moniker on our Sports Talk with the Guys program, but it is appropriate. How will you be addressed here, young lady?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask you to come up with one.
I saw that this was happening tonight, and I was like, oh, my gosh, I got to join.
Have you caught up? Are you 4 episodes now?
No, I watched the last 3.
Oh, so you missed the most recent one.
Yes.
Ooh, spoilers galore, lady. We're gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah,
That's what
we're
we're gonna
gonna
be
ruin
talking
it.
No
about.
such thing.
Okay.
No such thing as spoiling.
But that's what we're gonna be talking about, though.
I mean, that's fine.
All right, well, fair. Oh, wow! Look at that.
Pretty.
Yes.
These are when
Shiny.
she was. This was
Shiny.
when she was Anakin's Padawan,
Yes.
Nice.
and I have the blades that go with them.
Wow. But that's the cosplay version, right?
No, this is authentic.
So
She stole them from the set.
stop it. Stop it. No. She would never admit to
But
such
that was a
thing.
cartoon.
I won't admit to such a thing.
They had to
Thank
have
you.
props
Thank you.
to
Thank you for
make
playing along, Tanya. I said she would never. I didn't say she'd never do it. I said she would never admit to such a thing.
Yeah, I would never admit to that.
That is so cool. So look, we'll just get through it
Oh,
real
that's what I
quick,
forgot.
folks. I do this at the very end of the episode. You did see this one a moment ago. It is a red lightsaber. Are there any guesses? And I'll give you a hint. And I'm probably going to spoil it when I say it. Oh, well, do we have any guesses? Hey, Alan, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. So,
I don't know, but I know it's not Vader's because we have the Vader one also.
very good. Which I do have Vader, which I'm not going to tell everyone when I'm going to show it. But does anyone have a guess?
I have no idea which one that is. Wait, let me see.
Greg?
I thought it was Palpatine's.
Oh no, baby,
No.
that's
Yeah,
one's
you
right
said it
behind
wasn't.
me. I showed you Palpatine's. That's the gold one. That one's
Oh, I don't know
mine.
which one that one is.
Oh, that's right. His was gold.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of options.
most ostentatious it is as well. So, Michael, do you have a guess?
No clue.
Trying not to cheat.
Okay.
I know it's not mine. So
Now, unfortunately, this is one half of it.
oh, no wonder we can't figure it out.
I said there would be a hint if you couldn't get it. This is one half of it. So does that kind of reveal it now? Red Blade?
So is that Maul's?
Yes, Darth Maul's. And the sad story is we only have one. We didn't
How
get
do
the
you
second
only have one?
because they were $250 a shot, Tanya.
And you had
You
to
don't have
buy
explain-
two of them.
You don't have to. I paid $300 for Ahsoka's.
Yeah. So all kidding aside, this is. Thank you, Loath Cat. After we only said it, but that's okay. Thank you for your quick response. This one is
Maul
Darth Maul.
cider?
I will. I still have like 4 or 5 more lightsabers, so it'll be enough. I'll show Palpatine's a little bit later. But all kidding aside, Tanya, since you are joining us and we haven't had a comment from you, why don't you give us an idea of what you thought of episodes 1, 2, and 3 right now? Because I saw a report, Tanya, and I'm sorry to cut you off,
No, it's
that
fine.
apparently the ratings are not good. I heard about that today. And
I did too.
Yeah, so I don't know. And the general caption was Disney has taught us not to care, or they have trained us not to care. That's interesting. So I don't know. There's a lot in there. But
Well,
Tanya,
here's the thing. I am not the diehard like everybody else is, where I know the whole story, backstory, and what have you. I don't know any of that. I kept saying that I was going to watch Clone Wars, Rebel Wars. I was going to watch all those things before the whole series started. However, on
It's
Disney Plus, it's out of order. So if you're watching them, I binge. So if I'm binging, you're watching it all out of order. You actually have to go to like Wikipedia and go through all the episodes to try and figure out which is which, like where you're supposed to be. So like you'll have episode 5 as the first episode that's being watched, and then it'll skip to episode 7 and then go to episode 1. It's complete. Once I saw that, I was like, I ain't got time for this.
that's
Oh,
interesting.
boy, mine wasn't like that because I started rewatching Rebels. So
Well,
Or maybe Rebels is different.
Rebels is fine. I had Clone Wars on disc. I don't think I've ever streamed them through Disney. And I thought the discs were in the right order.
I don't have the discs. Well, I thought. I thought my husband would have them, but he did not.
Hey, Alan.
He fit. Oh, I can envision Tanya doing this. They're out of order.
You typed it
have
first.
failed me for the last time.
I don't know. Do we give her credit for misspelling it?
What happened?
Lothcat Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Maul.
Yeah, it's he's all right. Lothcat's okay on that one. Says I typed it
All
first.
right.
I don't know what
All
that
right.
means. I typed it first. It took you a long time to type it. But all right, I'm gonna want to find out about that, Tanya. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that on air. But episodes 1, 2, and 3. What did you think so far? The porn. Oh my goodness. I mean Star Wars porn. Sorry.
Dang.
You know I'm stupid, Tanya.
But
Well,
I told you that porn is anything you can't live without.
Yeah, but she already knows my shtick already. A lot of people don't know that. She knows.
That's awesome.
My porn is Star Trek and Star Wars. So those are nice colors, Tanya. I'm gonna have to show the ones that I've had in the other episodes.
Ooh, I like that blue. That's perfect.
I like the sound effects that they make.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they are very cool.
Yeah, those are the real ones.
Yeah.
We have the originals and we have that series that came in a few years ago, and then now you have the ones that Disney is making down at Disneyland. Which is really cool.
But I got these because they sold out of the white ones, and now they're bringing the white ones back. So now I gotta spend another $300 to get the white ones.
Yes, I haven't gotten sabers yet because I do models and Lego, and that's expensive in its own right.
Oh, I can show you my husband's whole Star Wars Lego collection.
Well, we are going to have to see that one of these days. No doubt
yeah,
about
that
it.
could be an episode unto itself.
Actually,
oh my God, yes.
If all of us were to show off our toys, we could do 2-3 hours easy, huh, Michael?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have many toys.
I think Ahsoka is a badass. I haven't had any problems with the series, probably because I don't know the whole backstory and what have you. I know that at one point she walked away. Oh no, Anakin walked away from her, and then she just walked away from the Jedi altogether. My husband tried explaining it to me, and I was like, "Shut up! You don't get to talk while I'm watching the episode. You can explain it to me after the fact." And then he's over here
watch something with my brother-in-law.
Everything. And I'm like, "What did I just say? Shut up or go to the other room." And watch it on your damn phone. I get the big screen TV.
That is funny.
I like her.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah. There's a reason why she joins us on Sports Talk with the Guys and other programs as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, Tanya, our only claim to fame, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to embarrass her. Our only claim to fame is that Tanya did her first program with us on the network, and now she's gone on to the real world. The success that she's, I was going to say endured, which I don't think is true, but she has attained. But I always tell her, thank you for, whenever she shows up in the chat room, I say, woman, why are you slumming it with us, right? I'm always asking you that. Why? But she never answers me. It's really cool, and I do appreciate that. But she is big time producer, and I love it that you spend time with us. Oh yeah, seriously.
Cool.
So it's a big deal. That's why I really say, why are you slumming it with us? But anyway.
Well, I mean, between you and I was trying to get Rosario Dawson to come on the program, but that didn't work out. So.
Oh well.
Wow. Well,
you really would have seen me blush then.
Actually,
I mean, if it happens, I'll let you know.
It's a no right now. That's why, because there's a strike.
Because of the strike, nobody's
going. Yeah, they can't talk about the projects. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell me about. I understand.
Yeah, actually, Michael has been running into quite a few brick walls, but as a matter of fact, they've been answering him by saying there's a brick wall up.
Yeah.
And as Michael and I know, when they answer you, it's a big deal. So it's awesome. So we may have a super A-lister that no one has a clue on that may join us in the not distant future. And Tanya and Greg, you will be with us if we get the chance to do that interview. We'll tell you off air. But it is a big name. The agent did actually say, "There's a strike on, dude."
which I said in my email.
Right, Michael? Right? They actually did tell you that.
Yeah, and which I said in my email too, and they confirmed it, and that I'm not going to say he or she. They could not talk to us right now. So,
but they actually took. I mean, this is
they took the time to reply.
A-listers generally don't reply. And this one did, so we are just blown away. But all kidding aside, Tanya, the one gripe I have about this episode, and I've been able to get beyond it, is J.J. Abrams. A map. Here we go again. And even Greg, all these guys are rolling their eyes. J.J. Abrams did a map in The Force Awakens to find Luke. What the biggest bunch of crock in The Force Awakens. Oh, we're finding the missing part to find a map, or to complete the map to find Luke. And now in Ahsoka, we have another map. Yes, Greg, I'm sorry. That's my biggest gripe.
I know.
But I've gotten beyond that.
It's not Star Trek. It's Star Wars. Star Wars is trope.
Okay, you're getting nasty now. Michael?
Well, I'm going to get nasty too. I just let it go, Roger.
And that's fair, but I just want to share that with Tanya right now. That's
Ahsoka's map is cooler than BB-8's.
Oh, hell freaking yeah.
Okay.
When I saw that map, I was like, okay.
Actually, Tanya,
and did you see where the trajectory was? Did you see where the trajectory went to?
I was trying to make some sense out of it, and so was my husband, and he's like, are you understanding? I was like, I think I got this. And he was like, you might have to explain it to me. And I'm like, a Star Trek person has to explain something to a Star Wars person.
That is funny. Now, I have to tell you, Tanya, in my notes, when the map, and I told these gentlemen when we did the episode, when the map showed up, I was like, oh, Star Trek Generations, Astrometrics. right? Tell me that.
I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Oh, my gosh.
Did you get that feeling too? Yes, it was funny. And
well, where was 7 of 9 then?
Well, no, I said Generations Astrometrics when Data and Picard.
Oh, okay.
It was that one.
It was before.
Because it was all around them. That's why. Yeah. And in my notes, I kid you not, I did say Astrometrics. Like in the very first episode, I referred to the two characters and sadly, the passing of Ray Stevenson. I'm still disappointed by that. But I referred to them as Sith Jedi. What was your first impression of them, Tanya?
I don't know. I was just watching it and I'm like, what the ever loving hell?
Do you like the color of their red blades, Tanya?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, Michael, Greg, we all missed it.
We all missed it. But
yeah. I think it was Alan in chat. Somebody in chat told us that they were actually orange.
Yes.
They're not orange.
Look,
Tanya, I only picked up that they weren't corrupted because they're making the new corrupted blades.
Subtle.
Yeah.
It is so subtle. You really, I'm not going to say you have to go right up and look at your.
You have to go back and look again.
But when you now know, it is so subtle.
See it.
Oh, Alan, that was me. Yes, Alan. Thank you, Alan. Yes.
At the front door, because I'm about to go to my TV right now and put this on just so that I can see.
Tanya, it's so subtle, but when you look, once you know, and it got all of us. Alan did catch that. Thank you, Alan. Dude, you want to join us, buddy? Come on, man. Let me know. So says, not that I really need the credit, but just saying, LOL. Oh, that's right. You might be working, Alan. Yes, but I do appreciate, Alan. If you want to join us, seriously, please let me know. And I think you're in the NDB Media Forum, Alan. Are you not? So you should have the code for the episode. But if not, we're all good. So, Tanya, that was my only one gripe. And that's all I wanted to say. For these guys are like, okay, Palpatine, yeah, let it go. And I did. So there are a few other things that I may have disliked about the first 3 episodes, but the stories are moving quickly. Mm-hmm. And I'm all right with that. So...
Listen, as a girl who doesn't know the whole backstory of Ahsoka and what have you, I think it's a great series thus far. I have no qualms with it. But again, unless you are a diehard fan who knows the full backstory, I understand the people who have problems, just like I had problems with Andor, and I thought it was the worst of all the Star Wars shows thus far. And God help me, I hated every single prequel. Actually, no, I liked Phantom Menace. I hated the other 2 prequels, and then I hated the 3 after.
I'm going to have to send you a donation for what you're doing to Roger.
It's not the first time.
That is true. That is true. But this is the first time I actually act out the death. Usually when she's killing me, I'm just like,
See, I love the third.
I wait for her to
film
leave, and then
for
I
the
talk
whole-
crap. As I
for the
admitted to her,
whole
sorry,
fight
Greg.
between
It was so
Kenobi
funny.
and
There were a few weeks ago, we were on the
Vader.
sports program, and she was ripping into my team, and then she left, and the minute she left, I'm like, oh, wow, you know, blah, 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 and I went off for a minute, and then she returned, and I was like, that was, I had to tell her. No one told her that, though, so I thought it was funny.
But how do you guys feel about the show? Like, those of you who
We're
are
in, Tanya.
super diehards.
We're in for the merits, and that's all I wanted to make clear. Michael, you're still a fan of this program, are you not?
I am, yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah.
But I have seen Rebels. I have seen Clone Wars. so I have a lot of the backstory, which helps. And then we had a new guest host last week that said something, and we were going, oh, we haven't seen that. And he got even more backstory because he'd seen a series we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Resistance sets up some of
Some of the
the
characters.
The
Yeah.
senators,
yes.
some of the stuff that happened in episode 3, it was a reference to Resistance. So that was good. And there is a lot in there. Tanya, look, we're on every Thursday. If you're invited, you're in, please join us. And
Well, I'm not a nighttime editor at the job anymore, so I get out at 7, so I could totally do this now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we have 4 more weeks, and you know we're doing Lower Decks on Saturday. But again, I know you have a life, so
Well, it's not even that. I don't watch Lower Decks.
Oh, you just killed him again. Oh, I got to write that down.
You know, I wasn't going to because I really hate Rick and Morty, but I watched it and I enjoyed it for what it was.
Lower Decks?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Have you seen any of it, Tanya?
The only time I watched it is obviously when it
Don't tell me
merged
it was
with
episode
Strange
3.
Worlds. Strange New Worlds.
Really? Okay. And you saw Strange New Worlds then?
Oh, love it. I think it's the best Star Trek series.
Okay, fair enough. Tanya, if you will give 20 minutes, that's all the episodes are. They're only 20 minutes.
Oh, I could totally do that.
If you give the first episode, you'll know right away, huh, guys? I mean, there's like, you won't.
Well, no, I would say because
The second one cooked me. The first one, I was like, okay, yeah, they're goofing on Star Trek, but there's also Star Trek.
Ooh, Loathcat's picking a fight already.
Die!
well, then
Die!
she's gonna kill me because I did not like it the first season at all.
I know. Michael and I did talk about that. It was a one-way conversation. It was just me talking about it.
I mean, it grew on me because I kept watching it because certain people wanted me to be on certain programs and things like that. So, won't mention any names. See, he's doing it now again, but which is fine because I still have those trained mosquitoes that I have a button here that I could send them back again.
Okay, let it go. Because they are biting me, dude. Look, I'm not kidding, guys. Look, you can see the bites. They've happened in the last few minutes. There's 1, 2. I'm being eaten alive right now. They might as well be Minox or Womp Rats, but that's neither here nor there. So,
but you have to tell me about the new episode because I haven't watched it. I mean, I want to watch it, but I also have to wait till Saturday to watch it because that's when my husband will be around so I can watch it. But he doesn't know that I can watch it on somebody else's profile, so he doesn't have to know that I watched it on my own.
Understood. Well,
Yeah.
we are real. Oh, hey Jay, thank you for the like, Jay. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, Jay.
Tanya, look, Lower Decks. I understand what you might be feeling about it, but if you're willing to let some of the seriousness of your love of Star Trek go, there's actually a lot of love. I'll tell you this. They're trying to make you laugh, but there is a lot of love. This is hardcore Star Trek with love. And
Did you like Mariner in that one episode of Strange New Worlds?
Oh, did I like who?
Mariner.
Mariner?
the
I
girl.
remember.
Okay, so
Yeah,
she's the
she was
girl
a
with
female.
the crazy head full of hair.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
well, she's a
So
titular character, man.
that actress is almost indistinguishable
Yeah.
from the animated version of that character.
Hmm.
The way she portrayed her, that was like perfect.
Actually, even
So if
Boimler
you
too,
like,
dude.
Yeah, Boimler too. It was-
Yeah,
it was
they
Yeah,
hit
he's
the mark.
annoying.
Both of Tanya,
he's annoying.
if you even want to do a watch party on Disney, can we do a watch party on Disney? Because I know you can do it on Amazon and maybe
Yes,
others.
you can do that on Disney.
Tanya, I would invest, seriously. I'd give it a little bit, and I agree with these gentlemen that maybe more than one episode. Tanya, what really sold me on this series was the season finale to episode 1. I don't want to reveal anything other, but Michael knows how I feel, and I think he's come around to it. It's a 20-minute episode. I don't know if Greg agrees, but everyone who's watched episode 10, it's a cartoon that's a movie. It is 20 minutes that feels epic. It's a story. It is well done, full of emotion, excitement. It's like, wait a minute, this is a damn cartoon. And it is epic, Tanya. So if you're willing to invest a little bit, there's payoff. And there is just a lot of love in episode 10 of the first season. That's when Michael, I was like, I'm in like Flynn, baby.
Well, and honestly, if she did want to join us, Saturday night, that she would only have to see the first probably 5 or 6 of season 1, and she could maybe jump because then she'd know the characters.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
wanted
there's very
to do
little
that.
serialization.
Yeah, it's generally a lot of standalone episodes. So, but if you learn the characters, then you understand the relationship, and you could jump in.
I agree. They are all standalone. Gentlemen, we should all make a little bit of a list and we could send it to her. And if she gets to it, she gets to it, and she can join us on Saturday. I would recommend you watch episode 10. That's a given, but you have to watch the others first to finally get there, and then you appreciate. It's just absolutely awesome. But anyway, folks, I apologize. We are way off on that one.
What else is new?
Okay, now you see, she did. Tanya like went off screen. We know she's still with us, but it doesn't do what it used to do. Remember?
No,
When
it
you
doesn't.
click that, right. So just keep that in mind. So it's kind of cool. She's still with us, audio only. She can hear us. So very good, Greg. You just like the story in Kill Bill Volume 1. I appreciate that. And Lothcat says it's a cartoon for adults. Also says Me Too, a watch party would be cool. It was the animation. Yes.
Yes,
it was.
see, I don't like the animation, Jay. That's what like the stupid humor in Rick and Morty. It's like, okay, so there's a bit of it in Lower Decks, but the way they do it's kind of fun.
A bit of it.
I just
being
really
sarcastic,
hate potty humor. I really think I've outgrown that 40 years ago.
Rick and Morty or the Lower Decks?
Rick and Morty, the potty humor stuff.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen them, so I can't tell you.
No, I haven't either. I don't.
I think we lucked out on that, folks. I apologize. I promised Michael that we would be on task, and what did I do? I do what I do. So we're gonna get to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Star Wars Ahsoka Part 4, Fallen Jedi. So they're continuing with that thing, and I need the runtime, gentlemen. I actually only saw this episode once, even though I saw it on Tuesday. I told Michael I was going to watch it again, and sure enough, I didn't. So this is the first time I've only seen one episode.
I think it said 36.
Yes, thank you. And it was written by Dave Filoni again, and this one was directed by Peter Ramsey. And gentlemen, we don't have to go scene by scene. We can get to it. Tell me what your likes, the bad, the goods. What do you guys want to do? Want to get to it? Michael, talk to me.
Well, I've only seen it once. I started it a second time and I got a ton of phone calls, but they were important phone calls. So, but what's funny is, I was expecting more. And I didn't feel, unless I just totally was blasé watching it the first time, but I didn't think they did much, or did I miss stuff? That's what I'm not sure about.
I don't know if they did, Michael, but this happened in episodes 2 and 3. If you guys remember my commentary, there's a lot going on. There is a lot of scenes that the action is moving fast. And in this episode, we had seen the teaser or the preview where we have in the foreground and then we have what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
And now we saw it. Now, there was an exchange where it was probably near the thing that was going on where they take the map offline and Ahsoka is having a conversation with Balin. And Balin says, that was unwise. And Ahsoka knocks out Shin. I mean, literally just bam against which was really cool. And then says, you should do as your master says. Actually, I take it back. This is now Balin having the conversation with Sabine. And he said that was unwise. Okay. You should do as your master says. Destroy the map. And Sabine says, stay back. Balin says, you and I share a common goal. And you know what that common goal is. You want Ezra. We want Thrawn.
Yeah.
And he says, it's the only way. Do it for Ezra. Give me the map. And then she has that moment of weakness and she gives the map. And it did surprise me a little bit. Go ahead, Michael.
This is the only thing that that scene was like the only scene I really remember.
Me too. Yeah.
This is what I thought when I saw that, because it reminded me of something near the beginning when Sabine was talking to Ahsoka and she kept saying, are you with me? Or whatever she said, like, will you do what I want? And they knew they could not get to that galaxy because they didn't have a way, because, what had gone on. Do you think Ahsoka told her to do that for her to get in?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay,
And
she took that on herself.
In let's see.
So I'm going to be right and both of you are going to be wrong. So there you go.
Well,
Well, it's possible, but I rewatched it today. I did rewatch it today. And I was looking for that.
And you didn't see it?
No. Ahsoka clearly wanted Sabine to destroy the map, to prevent them from going. There has been so much character development and so much on-screen conversation between the two of them. I don't think they would have had a backup plan that they didn't talk about, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just don't think they did.
Okay.
At the very beginning in the teaser, they're effecting repairs and they cannot make contact with Home One. Ahsoka says, if we can't make the journey to find Ezra, then no one should. She says we. And then Sabine says, it won't come to that. I don't think there was any color. There was nothing. There was no coded language, nothing. Then Ahsoka says, maybe it already has. Now, Michael may be onto something right there, because remember, Jedi or Force sensitive, well, she's still a Jedi, can see into the future. So when Ahsoka says maybe it already has, because Sabine says it won't come to that, maybe it already has. So then they're found. Okay, a dozen clicks away, Balin says move in. Then we get the title card, and then right before the fight, remember, Hu Yang says, I have one request. Stay together. He'll thank me. Did they stay together?
Of course, you knew they weren't.
I don't think so.
No, they did not.
Lothcat says that moment pissed me off. I think even Ezra would be pissed. She gave the map to find him, and now Thrawn is accessible. Yes. Now, I will say that it looks like in the battle that they had, everyone may have guessed wrong. Who is Merrick?
I'd like to know what is Merrick.
Okay, very good. Notice that when she struck him down, that same green gas related to these witches seemed to take the soul away, or whatever it was. Was it, as some people say on the internet, was it a zombified acolyte? Was it someone something? I don't know. I don't think that character is dead yet. I think Merrick was wounded, and the witches of Eastwick, I'm sorry, the Morgan and her kind are going to be uh, are going to be able to bring Merrick back. Alan says what Greg said. I was surprised with Merrick. Okay, maybe I missed what you said, Merrick. Well, sorry, Greg, Darth Gregorius.
I'm more curious what Merrick is. I
Mm.
love all the fan theories. Is he Star Killer? Is he Kanan?
Yeah.
Because we know that the witches are weird and they can do crazy things. Is he Maul? Or oh, I can't remember the other one's name. The yellow and black guy from that planet that was in the Clone Wars.
I don't remember right now. That's a long.
But anyway, he was something conjured, some sort of necromancy.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, but exactly what and exactly how, because the way that he dissipated, it was non-corporeal. Savage Press. Yes, thank you, Alan. I knew you were going to get that.
I played it so much. It's not Sam's voice.
But
Okay.
he was. I thought he had a
Sam
credit
can
for
change his voice. I've heard it.
He's actually quite good.
Because I don't know, since we talk about Star Trek all the time, he actually was the voice of. Now I've forgotten the name of the thing, because he was a voice in a fan film.
Yeah.
The Guardian.
Yeah.
He was the voice. And it was like, I had no idea. And I met him in person, and he told me that he was uncredited at first, but he had done the voice of the Guardian of Forever in a fan film. And I went, that was you? I had no idea. So I'm just saying.
I think it was a coincidence. Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
No, which one?
Star Killer, the actor.
Which
the fan
film?
Yeah, Michael would know that as being the godfather of too many
out
fans.
Out of New York.
He hates it when I say that.
Okay.
And I say it out of respect. I don't mean he is the god. I want to make this clear, folks. I know Michael really dislikes it when I call him that, but I refer to him as the godfather of
So will somebody else.
because of his.
I know. See, that's why that's why I wish he would not say that.
What do you mean? Okay, well, we'll get to that later. The reason why I call Michael
politics
because of his contributions to so many fan films.
That's why I don't like it.
And I've been calling him this for over 5 years already. So I am all.
Michael has a fan film legacy behind him.
Yeah,
but so many other people do too.
Yes, that's why I don't like him saying that.
There are a number of great production groups out there, but Farragut, that Michael was part of, paved the way for many of us, and we are very grateful to him for it.
And now on back, I took us off topic that time.
But anyway. Not at all. This is the first time, so we're good. So we are going to get back to it. All kidding aside. Finishing off that conversation, Shin starts to choke her because of what happened in their fight. Was it that Sabine actually reached down and was able to knock her back? Did you guys catch that in the fight between Sabine and Shin?
That looked physical to me.
Okay.
That was part of her Mandalorian stuff.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Because Shin's retort after Sabine was disarmed was when Sabine was trying to push her back or to get the lightsaber back to her, was that she had no power.
Yeah.
And then Sabine realized that, oh yeah, I do. And
Just
instead
not
of
what you're expecting.
going for the lightsaber, she really, I don't know if she had, I don't know what they called what she had. It looked different than what Mandalorian had. I think they were like the singing birds or something. But she had some weapon in her armband and was able to get rid of her that way.
Lothcat says, I thought it was a combination of force and physical. We might be on the same page on that one. We'll have to take a look at it. And
I might
not
have to
wanting to
watch
be
it a third
argumentative,
time
I'm going to have to see that again.
because I
But
was skipping ahead because it was getting
I,
close to 9 o'clock.
I'm not prepared to argue with my brothers right here. There's no doubt about that. So, in the conflict, it was really quite good in this one. But Ahsoka was able to dispatch most of them, and it looked like with ease. She was able to get rid of all these other characters, all the dilettantes, and I think she would have gotten through. I don't know really what happened in the battle with Balin, but he is a nasty dude. He is a powerful dude. He is a fallen Jedi. There's no doubt. Um, but he did get the best of Ahsoka. Or did he?
Did she let him?
I don't know.
Because of what I said.
It's interesting. Do the good guys actually have a plan that we're not seeing? Is this a Harry Potter-esque thing where the good guys actually knew they had to do something and just play it all the way through?
See, I would have hoped that if they were going to do that, they would have been smart enough not to talk about any plan.
But,
Or they would have said, but we should consider a contingency and just not gone into the details.
But they don't want to tell us that, Greg.
I know.
yeah,
But
and then
it is within Sabine's character.
oh yes,
If something went awry, for her to think on her feet. Now, I don't believe. I mean, Balin was trying to manipulate her, but I don't believe she was manipulated into cooperating. I think she figured the best way to move forward was to cooperate.
okay, fair enough. Backing up, the battle between Ahsoka and Balin. This was a nice repartee between the both of them. Ahsoka sees the map. Balin awaits. Balin says, Anakin spoke highly of you. Interesting. He never mentioned you.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was an echo back to I think one of the other productions. I think that there was something very similar to that.
Yes. There's in a few other things too, but you're right. Then Ahsoka says, I'm not here to discuss my past. And then Balin says, the reason I'm here is to secure the future. Thrawn is a necessary evil. One must destroy in order to create. And this is how inevitable. And in this one, what I really did appreciate is when they brought out their lightsabers, it went silent. They were feeling each other. Okay. What was going on, and you only heard a slight crackle of the lightsabers.
Oh, the sound on this show has been amazing. The scoring is fantastic. the way they use sound in the show. Um, it is listening to it on headphones. I mean, just like with Strange New Worlds. I mean, the stereo and multidimensional effects are amazing.
iBeamer, before you were in with us, I did comment about some of that early on in the other 3 episodes and even in this one. That they even considered destroying it before going was a bad plot device. That would come under a trope, as Darth Gregorius would say. It's part of the timetable thing. The clock is running.
Oh,
And no, go ahead.
oh, that was one of my notes. Is throughout the fight, leading up to the fight, it's literally a clock running as they're trying to calculate the jump coordinates,
Yes.
and again, I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's the charm of Star Wars to have these things, happen. And, to actually see a graphic that looks like a clock as the stuff, as the coordinates are being calculated, time is running down, the ship's going to jump, are they going to get to destroy the map or not? And, Hera's on her way, and, all these things are happening. And it's like, you've got the clock ticking. And it's like very tropey, very corny. But in the Star Wars universe, those are the things that work. If this was in Star Trek, it would seem ridiculous and a lack of effort. But in Star Wars, to intentionally do these things shows that these people know the universe.
I don't know Michael's thoughts, but adding to that, what really got on my nerves on this episode is that the clock is running. You can see that for almost one half of the episode, we see the slow progression of the clock moving forward. And when they remove the map, the droid says, "Oh, we've lost contact. We've not completed the calculations." And then when it comes back, all of a sudden it went from, like, I know this is a bad visual, but they went halfway through, the map comes back, and ding, they got the other half. Okay. That got to me. I'm like, well, okay, okay, it could have been the preponderance of the evidence. It's all, all the numbers are finally coming in. I'm not going to play the math game right now. But I was like, oh, second the map thing goes in, then they have the coordinates. Okay, that might have been one of the things that got on me. But iBeamer says fighting to control it. Yes. Destroy the map before use. It would have worked better if they hadn't advertised the way they did it and already know they were going to go. Okay, yes. And that is my whole contention on the map thing. But I am interested to see where they're going to go. And I don't want to demean iBeamer in any way whatsoever, but I'm willing to still invest and see where they're going with this. The fight was absolutely awesome between the two. Now, I was a bit disappointed that Balin was able to get the best of Ahsoka.
Maybe.
That quickly. I'm sorry?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Because we saw something that happened at the very end. But as Greg was talking about, Darth Gregorius was talking about having the Rebel fleet show up. Folks, having Harrison Dula and Carson show up, which was really cool, having Carson as the X-Wing pilot, that was good. I did not get the feeling as I did in Rogue One. Folks, you all know my feeling in Rogue One. Okay, that's cool, but we're invested. And yeah, I have that qualm with that. There's enough here, as I said in episode 1, 2, and 3, that I'm looking forward. They can redeem themselves if it's a good story. And so far, what they're alluding to in this other galaxy, folks, this may be changing the entire Star Wars universe completely. I alluded to episode 2 and 3. What did Balin say when he said the ultimate power? Okay. So you tell me, guys. You tell me. What are they alluding to in the other galaxy? Okay. Hi, Ice Princess. She's
Oh, I
talking to
just
Johnny. She's
no, no,
talking to Johnny.
no.
John is Johnny is I-beamer?
I
Oh,
think he
this is
is.
this is so cool. I'm glad you're joining us. Young
Wait till
man,
you read Elizabeth's comment.
you are more than welcome to join us as well. So, folks, and all kidding aside, we do invite everyone. If you want to join us and you want to comment, you guys are in. Come on, come on. It's not a big thing.
He already
Lothcat says
has
that
a big
Michael's
chair.
right.
He's got all the
We might.
buttons. He can shut him
Oh,
up.
oh, screw Lothcat. No, no, that chair is mine. As a matter of fact, I still have my command chair. That's my command chair. It's kind of nice. I'm not willing to give mine. Oh, Tanya says my husband would never shut. Hey, you know what? Then I may have some real competition. And at that moment, watch Greg and Michael would be like, "We'll see."
We could
We'll
go 4 hours.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, unfortunately, we probably good. Michael has let me know that these 3 hour, 59-minute programs are a tad long. So, it's
Even the
all good.
5+ one was too, but that's a whole other story.
Thank you. We are getting some likes already, all kidding aside.
Oh,
Johnny,
cool.
Johnny, thank you for the like. Tanya, thank you for the like. And Jay, thank you for the like. So may the force be with all of you. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. iBeamer says, I loved Balin stating that it wasn't fear, it was experience. Yes. Yes, and thank you for that. You know what? I think this episode's going well where we're kind of making our points and running all over the place on the episode because as you know, good old Palpatine has been going beat by beat by beat, and that's why we spend more time on these episodes. So I think if we highlight the important stuff, Greg, what else did you want to get to? And everyone else in the chat room, what are some of your additional comments? As you know now, we read them and we highlight them. We are eternally thankful that you spend time with us. Your comments mean a lot to us. We may not get to every comment because we're human and we're emotional and we're caught up with the force and all that stuff. So um, it is what it is. But Greg, what are some of your thoughts on the episode on things that I haven't even
So
discussed yet?
it was, it was a little longer than last week's, but I mean, it still wasn't, an hour of television. 45, 45, 50 minutes. Um, I really enjoyed it. They moved the story. Although, I mean, I'm thinking back, the plot line, is not very complicated, but it did move this time. The action scenes were amazing. It was more of what I would have liked to have seen pulled in to the last episode. I think I would have liked it if they got through at least the fight with the robots last week
Hmm.
and then saw Sabine. And I mentioned I wanted a shot of the robots overlooking the woods and one of those grand cinematic shots that I really enjoy. But you know, there was a good stopping point about 10 minutes in that they could have made it a 40-minute episode last week and still had an action scene, other than just the training last week. This week, though, they treated us to a lot of action. Every other scene was practically an action scene. We had the fight with the robots. We had the fight between Merrick and Ahsoka at the same time as the fight between Sabine and Shin. Um, we saw, Ahsoka and Balin. Um, you know, and at the same time, they did do a lot of really good character development. They developed Balin a little bit more.
Yeah.
They showed Shin a lot more, as someone who's young and inexperienced and um, looking to Balin for guidance as but yet really cocky and underestimated Sabine. Um, Probably based on experience from her previous fight with her. The it was great seeing Paul Sun Young Lee again. I think it's a lot of fun every time he shows up as Carson.
Hmm.
Um, going way back to the beginning of Mandalorian. Um, he adds not just an element of fun, but a linking element across all these series.
He's almost like the Wedge character, huh? In Star
Yeah,
Wars 4, 5, and
yeah.
6. It was awesome to see a secondary character that went along with the story. And of course, he made it into episode 9 as well. Folks, I sorry, Greg, I'm going to take it away for a moment because when the Rebel fleet showed up, this is what I was going to talk about a little while ago. Michael knows, and I don't know if Greg knows this, and everyone in the audience. In Rogue One, when the Rebel fleet shows up, I mean, that was an emotional moment for me. It was an awesome moment where I turned to my daughter, my youngest, and I said, "Oh, someone's about to get whooped right now," because it was the good guys have arrived. We have a chance. I didn't get that feeling in this episode when Harris and Dula and everyone arrived. It didn't have that emotional impact. And I think that's because I am already looking ahead. I didn't expect them to be able to do anything.
I didn't feel it when they arrived like I did with Rogue One, but that was also the fleet. I felt it more in this one when the Ghosts and the five X-wings entered hyperspace and left the fleet. It had very much the feel of the scene in Return of the Jedi when Shuttle Tydirium left to go to Endor ahead of
Oh,
everybody.
ooh, okay, that's interesting. Michael, you've been quiet on that.
Yeah, no,
Greg and I have made two unique points right now. What are some of your thoughts on that?
I really don't have any. That's what my problem was. That's why I was being quiet. I just went, ooh, yeah, they're going, and oh, they're
Okay,
there, and oh, and then it was like, oh, bummer, look what happened.
good call, Greg. Yeah. And folks, this is why it's cool having this conversation. It's how we all interpret the stuff. It's not that it's right, it's not that it's wrong. It's just this is what we see. And I guess that's my sort of investment that I just when I knew they were going, but it didn't grab me in that way. But I do like that callback, Greg. I will have to give that some additional thought.
Yeah, see,
I like
on
the
the second
character.
watch, I'm like, I'm seeing how the presenting things as Star Wars. And there was just something exciting about seeing those 20 little pink engines going into hyperspace.
Yes. In my notes, Carson joins the party on your signal, Phoenix leader. I'm not going to say this was the call to arms in Avengers Endgame, Avengers Assemble. Hell no, it was not. But it was a wonderful scene where he says, on your signal, Phoenix leader. I mean, for those that know, and sorry, Tanya, it's not directed against you, but for those that know just a little bit of the backstory, that's a nice moment. And I did like that one. Right after that, they switch to the planet again, and they're talking about the hyperdrive ring nears completion. And Meredith says, "Have faith, Balin." And Balin says, "I lost that a long time ago." Now, what is he talking about? Is he talking about the Jedi? Is he talking about the Force? What is he talking about when he says, "I lost that a long time ago"? Because in the prior episode, Shin asked, "Why are we doing this?" And Lothcat, got to take my pharmaceuticals right now. So it was a nice touch. Lothcat, she actually commented on the other episode. She goes, "I didn't see when you took your drugs." Thank you for that. So I'm actually going to go off just for a moment because I have to take my pharmaceuticals right now. I'm going to be listening to you guys, but I did appreciate that. And then right after that, Tanya, if you're watching, Star Trek Astrometrics, because we saw the map again. There's much, and then my line was witchcraft. There was another name for that. iBeamer says that was another great Balin line. Again, I want more.
Definitely.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to see what the next episodes are going to be. Yeah, so you did see it, Tanya. Yes, again, I referred to it as Astrometrics from Generations. Right after that, we got the 2-on-2 fight, and the question was, going somewhere? I appreciated that sarcasm, that arrogance. That was good. So, Michael, Greg, I'm going to be listening in. I've got to, I'm sorry. I mean, drink my drugs. I'll be listening. I'm right here.
Ah, that emperor. All right.
What are you gonna do? Oh, we can
So
still
we.
hear him. Oh no.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm teasing. So we've. Are you gonna let us
Oh,
talk, Roger?
he's rolling the dice now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just mute him. Just mute him.
I'll mute myself.
Good.
So I mean, um he hit a lot of points. So I'm not sure which one to back up to. Um, that faith I lost a long time ago thing. I was actually trying to consider what he might be talking about himself. Um, I'm almost wondering if maybe he wasn't like one of somebody that Dooku had in the wings or something, and he was expecting the whole Empire thing to turn out differently than it did. You know, because I mean, with his age and having known Anakin, he would have been around back then. So yeah, I was, I mean, I'm actually now wanting a young Balin story or something. Get more of his backstory because he is really turning into be an interesting character, not just because he's played by Ray Stevenson. Too late.
Yeah, you have to type faster than that, woman. But thank you. This is actually not the first time. Greg, you don't know this story. Michael may know it. Remember, forgive me, flashback. During the Arab Spring, when all those little tin pot dictators were coming down, there was a joke internally in NDB Media. Tanya, I think you were with us at the time, that someone sarcastically said, because I used to always sign my memoranda as the resident dictator. Remember that, Michael? For the longest time, I had resident dictator in NDB Media emails and stuff. So someone said, is the Arab Spring going to apply to NDB Media? And it was really funny where I actually made a major announcement. I did a video and I said, contrary to public opinion and rumors, this dictator is still alive and well. It was kind of cool. It was an internal joke. So right now, when she says, you plot my assassination, yeah, woman, they didn't do it in 2011. You ain't doing it now.
What
Yeah,
you think the
but
mosquitoes were for?
look who's on the bottom now.
Whoa, what the hell? Well, okay, we'll have a conversation. What did you say, Michael? That
You missed it once. Too bad.
So backing up. So we were talking about the faith thing. There was a couple other things that you were trying to get at. But we've been jumping all over this episode. So we talked about Hera and the X-wings. Hera was flying the Ghost, and Jason and Chopper were with her in the Ghost. So it was really cool to see the Ghost live action. We didn't really get a really good beauty shot of it, but it was cool seeing it in live action.
We've seen it in live action before at a distance. So
yeah, but it was an Easter egg on the landing field on Yavin 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, or the moon of Yavin 4. I never really figured out how that system was supposed to work. There was like so much cool things in this episode. But again, I mean, it did move the plot along, but it's not a really complicated plot. Tonight was the first time I thought that, Roger might have been a little on the nose with, oh, they got a map, they got to follow the map. But, I am still enjoying it.
I appreciate that.
It's just not a complicated story, but it's still very entertaining and very enjoyable.
There is enough here that they're laying some I don't want to say metaphysical, folks, but that's because an old man is now high on legal pharmaceuticals, so I'm a little confused right now.
Not
But
in 2
there
seconds.
is 3 seconds. Don't mock me. Anyway,
They're not that quick unless you're injecting them.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No way. But actually, I took the other one, which is for dizziness as well. So sorry. But anyway, there is enough here that there's implying a lot more. And again, going back, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be pedantic, but when Shin and Balin were talking about what does it mean to them? What are they talking about by going to the other galaxy? This could be an entire reinvent. Oh, a reimagining or just repositioning. This is Exodus Part 2 of Battlestar Galactica, where instead of keeping the Galactica, they keep the Pegasus. This is what I think they're actually doing. Yeah, I know that was hardcore, people. Okay, but iBeamer says, "I'm glad I found this live stream and enjoy chiming in, but clocking out from work and headed home now." iBeamer, hope you enjoy us again. Thank you. Please leave your comments and your ideas. Thank you. I
And catch up
appreciate
on
it.
the end of the episode. I mean,
Yes,
it'll be out there in the archive.
yes. Unless he mainlined them, he is good for a while, Greg. Oh, you cut it out. I cut it out, woman. So anyway,
We should
I
have
just
one episode of just the banter between him and Lothcat.
don't, because that means someone's gonna have to do the work, and I don't want to. It's happening in real time. But as a sarcastic moment, when I refer to as Lothcat, she's actually kept that title, which is kind of cool. That's kind of neat. But um, what they're
Those
talking
tones,
about,
though.
I'm thinking in this episode, is we're going to find something akin to the Force in its purest form. Because if you think about it, the imagery that they're already using, and let's get to the whale, pardon the pun, let's get to the elephant, let's get to what happened at the very end. The moment it happened, I was thinking Harry Potter Part 2, when Voldemort strikes Harry, and then they're at King's Cross Station, and
Well,
Harry's having a conversation.
we've seen Jedi Purgatory before in the either in the Clone Wars or Rebels or both. I do remember seeing it before, and so it wasn't a surprise. Um, I can't say other than the fact that the actors were live action, that it, really stood out as being any more spectacular than it was in the cartoon. And Ahsoka had been there before.
The what? She has?
I believe so. I'm beginning to remember that it was in Clone Wars, and I thought it was
It had
after
to have been
she
in Clone
fought
Wars.
Vader.
Okay, because I may have missed that one, because I am doing a rewatch of Clone Wars again, and I'm gonna also watch Rebels again
It was
because
very near the end after her exile.
okay, all right, that's interesting.
It might have
So
even have been in the unaired season, which is streaming on Disney Plus, but um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's season 6, isn't it?
or 7 or 6.5. I don't know what they're calling it.
Okay,
I don't have my discs here with me, but
understood. But it is on Disney Plus.
I thought you were saying B5, and I'm like, where were we talking about Babylon 5?
Oh
Okay.
no, yeah, I knew she meant Battlestar, the reference. So no,
Yeah,
that's cool. Locat,
BSG something.
yeah,
Um,
Locat. There is no doubt we are on the same page. We are not misinterpreting. I'm not going to say I'm finishing your sentences because I'll never hear the end of it, both from you and from Michael and from Greg. So I'm not going to say that you and I are finishing each other's sentences. So I will never admit to that publicly. No, not once, never. I will not
okay.
say that you and I are finishing each other's sentences. Not once.
Does any? I bet Alan knows. what do they call this crossroads or purgatory or Sheol for the Jedi?
Oh,
Is there
very
a name for
good.
it?
We had some real life references right there. Very good.
But we have been here before, and we know this is where the Force ghosts live, and we get a Force ghost.
So we see that Hu Yang is asking for Lady Ren, Lady Tano, and then we
Nothing.
switch to a scene which looks like Ahsoka. They did it so well. Did you guys get? Oh, here we go, Alan. Yes, the one Ahsoka is at the end might be the world between worlds. It was mentioned in Rebels. Bam! All
Okay.
right, Alan. Thank you. Alan, look, buddy, I've known you for a long time. I know the love that you and I have for certain things, but dude, you are blowing me away with the Star Wars love, buddy. I mean, I have a complete different opinion. Uh, a good one. A good one, Alan. You know I've always respected you, brother. And I just had no idea that you were this much into it. Oh, the universe has changed.
I feel bad that didn't have the time to like rewatch the end of Rebels, rewatch the end of Clone Wars, rewatch the end of the last season of
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
Darth. Hey, Michael, how many months in advance did we know that Ahsoka was going to be on and we decided to do Ahsoka and we still didn't get to do the rewatch?
Well, we had other things we had to watch.
Okay,
We had
that's fair.
Strange New Worlds. We have Interview with the Vampire. We have what else am I delinquent on? Witcher. There's so much out there to catch up on, and then you know, the whole universe now must probably
And then
knows.
there's
But
Lower
I've
Decks
had
premiere today, so we won't even talk about that.
I know, and I haven't watched either of those episodes yet. I think we got 2 dropped today.
Oh, did
Yeah.
we? Oh, I did not
As
know
a matter of
that.
fact, yes, 2 did drop today.
Oh,
So that throws
God.
our whole calendar
Oh,
off,
the
Michael.
whole calendar. I've got to change it again. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
because on our calendar we have 10 episodes. Now we're going to have to change it to 9, which is really
Oh,
funny.
and I
the
have
way
to
it
change
works.
oh, golly.
You have to what?
These people.
Just change the number of the episodes. If not, I
No,
can go
no,
ahead and do that.
that's not the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are other issues.
There are other issues.
I think I know what it is. Okay, yeah, all right, that's fair.
No, and I was trying to be a Cheshire again, like Jag says. And
Oh, so you're
it didn't work.
Cheshire Cat? You are going to be CC? That's who you are now, CC? Cheshire Cat?
Whatever. Yeah.
Actually, we have Loth Cat, and now we have. Oh, sorry, Greg. We have. I had to do my spatial orientation. There he is.
Well, I was
We have
working on a
Cheshire
surprise host tonight, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that's why.
Well, you never know. Loth
Oh
Cat
no,
says,
no, I know.
ah, you
Oh,
guys
I
did
did.
Interview
I
with
don't
the
know if these.
Vampire.
I'm actually almost done with it. No spoilers, look at.
Now, by the way,
I read the
switching
book, but I
gears,
know they've gone off script. So
yeah, and by the way, all kidding aside, we do have an announcement in October. Every Sunday, we're going to have at 3 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be done with Better Call Saul. Every Sunday at 3 p.m., we're going to be reviewing a horror movie for Halloween. Greg, I'm sorry, not well, if Greg wants to join us and Michael, but it's going to be Almighty, Jason, and myself. We're going to be doing the horror movies in October. So, Michael,
fun.
we can clean each other. Okay, hold on a minute.
Okay, then.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I got to take an image of that.
No.
Oh, no, tough. I got it. There it is. And there. Nope, too late. Done. Got it.
Couldn't move the mouse fast enough.
So I'm just curious, will it be a bunch of pawing action or, well, you know.
Stop.
Good to know. I
Just
won't be watching.
Stop. Thank you. Can you get back in here, Tanya?
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
so yes. So all kidding aside, getting back to that portion, the world between the worlds. I do admit I was surprised by that, seeing the character. I'm gonna keep it away. Everyone who watched it knows the character we're talking about. In a way, it actually did warm my heart a little bit. No. Ooh.
What the hell did they do to his face?
Oh, okay. Well, that's like I was with iBeamer earlier. We're talking about certain things. I am willing to let things go, knowing it advances the plot. Knowing that it was really him, I was okay with it. Um, they got to fix that technology because there are people that are doing a better job of it on the internet.
Why couldn't he just be who he was? We know when he passed, he was in his late 50s. But why? He's 40 something years old. We know this. He doesn't. I mean, it's not like poor Mark Hamill, who's like 50 years older than he was supposed to be when they redid him, and he actually looked pretty good. But Hayden Christensen doesn't look that bad. They made him look worse than he does in
Oh,
real life.
that's why they did that. I think Alan says, therefore he is, that they were trying to make him look like Clone Wars Anakin.
There she is.
You
Yeah.
Thank
summoned
you.
me?
Oh, is it that
This
easy?
Palpatine needs. We need more East Coast people to keep this guy in control.
Keep Roger alive.
Here's oh hey. Michael is in Washington D.C., Big Apple, and what the hell are you? The Great White North?
New England,
New England. Yeah.
generally.
Okay, New England.
I'm still dealing with my elderly mother, and I am still on Connecticut shoreline, probably about 90 minutes north of New York City.
Clone Wars cartoon Anakin. That's who. Well, it's out of the bag now. So, you wanted Tanya back. So go ahead, go
More to
kill her.
balance you out, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
All you have to
Really?
do is just look for Chancleta and throw it his way, and he
That's
behaves.
why I was trying to get the other co-host to come on because she left, and I went, "We need somebody else."
This guy's
Well,
ego,
I should be
even
offended.
with Michael and me on the East Coast, just this guy's ego. We're like the country's like this.
See, now the East
Like
Coast
this,
is surrounding him now.
California. So we need more weight on the East Coast to keep the country level.
Okay.
Roger
If
has now been humbled.
well, what would be funny is if they all had a predilection to Mets, this would be the cliff maneuver. Right, Tanya? Remember what I commented a while back? The cliff maneuver. Big Dog and I one day were like, how the hell did I get all these damn Mets programs on all of a sudden? That was funny. So I guess this would be the cliff maneuver then.
I miss Zeke.
Yeah. I thought it was a very cool part. I love the end music, and yes, he was more Clone Wars. So that's interesting.
I'm
I was
gonna look
actually
at
just
it
warmed by that.
again, but okay, Elizabeth and Alan, it may be, but again, I'm gonna say why because nobody else looks exactly like their cartoon character. Everybody's a little bit older.
Except for two, I can think of, but who we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
When Lothcat said that, do you know what was the scene I was envisioning right now? when Palpatine's doing my other favorite character in Episode 3. Unlimited power, and the way he has. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I've been working on it a little bit, but did you
That's
notice,
what you want,
Michael? Did you notice how that came naturally, though?
Well, that's you didn't hear what I said again, and I'm so glad you didn't.
So the other thing that was near the end of the episode that was absolutely amazing is they've got this huge hyperspace ring, right? And you've seen them building it, and now you get to see it in action. So, and when this thing popped, it left what do I call it? A displacement wave that like took out 3 X-wings.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, cinematic. Even though it was all special effects. Again, these guys know how to put Star Wars on screen, and that scene, the battle, the droids in the beginning, the the way that the episode was paced. I mean, this whole thing. I mean, again, very simple plot. but it was so well executed, and they're just building and building. And I have a feeling, next week we're not going to get to the climax. We're going to have the reveal of what's on the other side, hopefully. We're going to find out what the heck Hera and Jace are going to do. I actually expected that hyperdrive wave to like pull them in with them.
That's what I was thinking too, but it didn't do it. So
It didn't do it. Because the whole time I was speculating that wasn't necessarily a ring as a ship, but it was a ring for a ship. So maybe they're going to be bringing something back. Very, very cool. The world between worlds. It was good seeing that again. It was a nice way to bridge, what might be happening with Ahsoka. Is she gone or is she going to get to come back as others have? So yeah.
I think.
What?
Oh yeah.
There's
It's not just fallen Jedi; it's falling Jedi.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
we were a little concerned that you hadn't seen this episode. You're gonna have to watch it, and I
Bloody
wanted to
hell!
be
I'm about to stop watching Voyager and go to Ahsoka now.
Aww, we have an emotional attachment. Thank you, Tanya.
The Voyager you've probably seen 20 times, like me.
Well, I told you guys I had a chance. June 12th, 1998. I thank Joe Minosky. He arranged for a tour of the Voyager sets. I'm forever in debt.
I
I'm sorry,
love
what?
Interviewed him one day. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Voyager sets. June
you
12th,
haven't heard this
1998.
story?
Thank you, Michael. Go ahead and say it again. All together now. You haven't heard the story?
Well, our audience may not have heard it either.
Yes. I producer, writer on Voyager, DS9, Next Generation. The Joe Minosky. I met him on the old AOL boards. Go figure. And we got into an argument over, once I actually found out it was him. He wasn't the only one visiting the old AOL boards, but I had a chance to converse with him about the episodes. He's only talked about it 1,000 times. No, actually, 4,747 times. Come on, Alan, get it right. So he on the Year of Hell at the very end, I told him he got it wrong, and he snapped. And he said, no, everyone I spoke to, my family said, well, of course your family. You're the breadwinner, dumbass. Of course they're not going to argue with you. I didn't tell him that, but I said, well, of course everyone is. When
If
he
he
invited
paid
us,
for the show, that's what he paid for. That was what they presented.
now, when he invited us, I said I was fishing. I said for our 5th anniversary, we were going to take the studio tour. He says, dude, stop in. What time are you going to be there? And I said, we're going to be there around 12 o'clock. Or 10. He says, stop in after your tour. And we took the tour, and then right away one of Robert Hewitt Wolf's assistant took us down to the set, and we had a run of the Voyager for about an hour. Yeah.
Oh, freaking bloody hell.
And
I know, right?
he gave me a copy of the script signed by him and Brandon Braga. The Year of Hell, parts 1 and 2. That was creative. The episode that I told him he got wrong, and I was like, the ending, no, you got that was intellectually creative. So the one episode I told him he got wrong, he signed that one, which was really cool. And I do have a copy of it around here right now, and it means a great deal to me. It's really cool. I only have 2 scripts: Yesterday's Enterprise and The Year of Hell. Parts 1 and 2, so it's kind of cool, kind of neat. Sorry for the story. I don't want to belabor it anymore, but it was incredible to be able to visit the Voyager sets, and didn't get to see them
One
all
of the
because they were
things that we
filming.
don't get to do on the East Coast.
As a matter of fact, I was there on a Friday. It was June 12th, 1998, and I think it was done on purpose, but there was a script on his desk for the episode that they were filming. And I need everyone's help. It was the 29th century Borg that obviously came back to Voyager.
Oh, I love that one.
That was day 1 of shooting for that episode.
And you didn't swipe it?
No. No, I was hoping to return one day. But his desk faced out. The script was facing us. So
And you didn't swipe it?
no, and it might have been there for a reason, but I wasn't gonna do that. No, no, I would never. But it was really cool. But anyway, and oh, I was close. Alan says, and the one you wrote and try to get used. Well, I have those close to my heart right here. This is one of them. Today hasn't happened, and then the other one is we will never forget. I have written 2 scripts, but that's another sad story for another day. Forgive me, but I
So
did.
if they're
I wrote them. It's
they're
the writer in
officially
me.
submitted, you could change if they you might be able to like change the characters and stuff around enough and get those turned into a fan film, you know.
Well, once I take care. Oh, well, once I actually finish up with some things over the next year and a half, I have been laying the groundwork to actually turn them into books. That's my hope. Because today hasn't happened was a 2-parter, and
I love that
we
title
will never
actually.
forget was a one shot. We will never forget was a Voyager episode, and today hasn't happened was a Next Generation episode, so or 2 episodes. So I'll talk about those in the future, in a very private setting. But I'll do it live. I'll talk about my episodes. But I did. I wrote 2 scripts. I'm damn proud of them, and I'm hoping to convert them into novels. So
That episode
they would
was
be very
called
ambitious, dude. Seriously, even for a fan film. Forgive me. Uh, Actually, the Voyager one could be done easily. Any fan film could do that one. But today hasn't happened. After the best of both worlds, 1 and 2, and then the Wharf episodes to end season 4 and 5, I was like, I can write a better 2-parter. Oh, little arrogant there. So, yes,
Yeah,
I'd
well,
love to read them.
I'd expect nothing less from a Yankees fan.
There you go.
This is my Palpatine lightsaber. This is the Palpatine one. This one's
Oh,
very
that's
heavy.
cool.
Yeah, this is the one that my daughter actually, when it went on sale, unfortunately she paid a lot for this one. This one is very heavy. I can't fake that. The how it is. I actually told some people years ago that when my daughters had birthday parties, we had the other lightsabers. Remember the ones that you could push in and you could just flex them out, kind of like the communicator where they would open up. I didn't know this, but my fighting style was like this. I always had my lightsaber out. Little did I know I was a Sith even back then. And of course, Alan's like, "You're a dumbass. You were always a Sith."
I mean,
Shots
you're a
fired.
Yankees fan. That's automatic.
I feel the hatred welling up in you now.
I'm rubbing off on her, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, she's always pulled that stuff on me, so it's all right.
Mhm.
It's just I'm letting her know how I feel now. But all kidding aside, Tanya, there was a lot that happened in this episode. If you've already seen 1, 2, and 3, in my humble opinion, episode 4 kind of runs that way as well. There's a
Mhm.
lot of scenes. There's a lot of movement. You've already probably have heard us talk about quite a bit, but there's still a lot in there that it's worthwhile for you to see, and you can catch up and obviously join us. It'd be real cool if Johnny were to join us as well. That'd be kind of
the
neat.
dialogue
I
moved the plot as well. So yeah,
yeah,
bring Johnny. I'd love to
I
meet him.
spoke to Johnny. He did say it's hard for him because he works
Yeah.
nights.
You were telling me,
However,
yes.
I might be able to like sneak him on. When are we on vacation?
I think in about a week and a half.
The week of September 19th, we'll be in Disney.
Oh wow.
So we might be able to hop on then, and he can discuss with you guys all this
That would be the
stuff.
21st. That would be 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's about right. I guessed a week and a
21st?
half.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the 22nd is the Halloween party.
Now, if
Oh
there's
yeah.
any way you could
So
figure out how to do it from within inside Galaxy's Edge.
I think we're actually going to Hollywood Studios that day. So if we can
Oh,
do it,
okay.
I'll bring our lightsabers and everything, and we can do it from either in front of the Millennium Falcon or from in front of the TIE Fighter.
That would be so cool.
Or Olga's Cantina. If I can get reservations for the Cantina, then maybe
If
we'll
you
do
did
it
it
from the
in front of
Cantina.
the Millennium Falcon, you could brag about making the Kessel Run in 11 parsecs.
Well, actually, some of the
That would be
props
so
that
cool.
are in Galaxy's Edge at Disney World was used in The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's 2 ships in Galaxy's Edge World.
That explains so much. No, they're shades of gray. Shades of gray, Lothcat. That is cool.
I'm behind on
We don't want to
comments.
take from your vacation, Tanya, but if you actually remembered and had a moment to do that,
You know what?
uh,
Do me a favor because I will forget. Because I'm
okay,
using that trip to celebrate Johnny's 50th birthday. He doesn't know that yet.
okay.
Now we
So,
No, he's not watching. As she
no, he's
said,
not
going to
watching.
work. Yeah.
He better not be watching because then I just effed up.
Yeah.
No, he's not watching because he couldn't.
That
He had
explains
to.
so
He had
much.
to hop off because his bosses were around.
I'm sorry.
Roger,
So
text
is that
me.
iBeamer? Was that him?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that was someone else.
Yeah, that was somebody else.
Okay.
But if text me that day to
will.
remind me, like once you guys are going on, text me and then we'll hop on us as well.
Tanya, whether you know this or not, I guess I have people that really dislike me.
Why?
We
And
don't
they are
dislike
loving
you.
how I am kind of acquiescing to you. They're getting a kick out of this, Tanya. They
We
really
don't
are.
dislike you. We just need to remind
Just
you
shut up.
of your limited power.
And that's fair. But it is funny. Look, I am privileged. I know Tanya a great deal. And I've already embarrassed her one or too many times by already saying this. And I'm probably going to do it again.
You always do.
We all started Blog Talk Radio about the same time. And we all had the same wish, desire in the background. But this young lady busted her hiney to make sure she would put herself in position to actually do what she's doing. Tanya, I'm no one to say it. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I'm damn proud of you, woman, because you
That's
went
awesome.
out and you did what you wanted to do. And the rest of us just stayed doing what we were doing. And I respect you. So when you take your shots, I'm like, yeah, all right, fine. So that means I don't respect anyone else, huh? That's
guess
what
not.
it means. That I guess I've revealed that, and whoa, I got a little nauseated right now. I'm like, oh man,
I'm just an amateur. I mean, I'm an IT geek. I mean, I just do this for fun,
yes.
because I can talk in front of a camera or an audience. And
Yeah, no, I'm very shy. So I am. I'm a very,
Yeah.
if you get me started talking on things that I love and I'm obsessed with, I'm good. But outside of that, I'm an introvert. I don't talk to anybody. I stay in a corner. I'm the fly on the wall.
And actually, that is why we get along. We've shared that, Tanya. We are
Mhm.
both introverts, and we've talked about how difficult it is for us to get on air.
Yeah.
We've talked about that, and we've done. That's why I say I'm proud of her because she is getting past that, and she's doing a lot of stuff. And it's really cool because she also plays with us too, which is really kind of neat. Jay says that was so beautiful. Whatever, whatever. But Jag, thank you for spending time with us. You should watch Star Wars more often. Bust that
yeah.
Roger ego.
oh, is that Jag?
That's Jag. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello
From the
again.
Ark. Yes. And this is another gentleman who is in the industry, and I won't say anything other than that. That he went from being a fan to joining us, and it's really cool. And I'm most proud of that is that people have congregated towards us, and it's been cool.
It's a great
I am
group. I'm
most
so
proud of.
glad to be back.
Hell yeah, Greg. Yeah, I am. So, based on what you've heard now, Tanya, without giving any much more away, what are your thoughts now moving forward um, on Ahsoka? I mean, you said it earlier. You're in. You're in like Flynn on this one. You're enjoying this series.
100%. I mean, first of all, see, I wish my husband was here because then he would go into like all these stupid little details, and I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great story. I think that I don't see the issues that other people see. Like my husband, he gets like into the nuances. Like, oh, her tails are short. She's older, so they should be longer. And I'm like,
He has to join us.
but does it matter? And he's like, well, if it was the Borg, and I'm like, shut up. We don't go there. Because right away he tries to get into Star Trek, and I'm like, no. I will school you. But I think I have no issues with it. Again, with respect to the diehards, with respect to everybody who knows the backstory and the whole thing, kudos to you guys. But as a person, I would recommend this to anybody who just wants a really good Star Wars series. Because Andor, dear God help me, Andor was horrible. It took
My wife stopped watching it. Yeah.
I think like episode
Pacing problems all over the place.
Yeah, episode 4, I was done. My husband watched the whole thing. He said it was great when you got to like episodes 7 and 8. Then it got
there was some really good things. I stuck with it, but I mean, getting through the beginning of it, like I mean, it was tedious.
It was like watching paint dry. Boba Fett, I was extremely disappointed with.
Yeah,
I did not like the book of Boba Fett at all. I was like, this is not what I expected. This is old man, I retired Boba Fett.
Okay. So, what were your thoughts? Because Greg and I are on the opposite ends of the spectrum, if he didn't figure it out already, when it comes to Obi-Wan.
Oh, Obi-Wan's freaking amazing.
Okay, so you're with Greg on this one.
I need season 2,
what
3,
a shock.
4, 5.
Well, there is going to be another one, isn't there, Michael?
It wasn't supposed to. I don't know if they've decided to or not.
I thought they did. Alan and anyone else in the chat room. Greg, didn't they say that there's going to be another one?
There was supposed to be.
It's hinted, and we know Ewan's a Star Wars fan.
Good God, yes.
He's married to the actress that plays Hera.
By the way.
They're now the
and
Star
his
Wars
uncle is Wedge.
His uncle played Wedge Antilles. I learned that in an interview about a year and a half ago. I'm like, what? And you know, it had a couple pacing issues, but I liked the way they moved the story episode to episode.
Yeah.
Every episode was a story, and it moved the overarching story. It was very well written. Some of them were slower than others. Some of the acting, some of the styling really stood out. You know, that they were trying to get the budget as close as possible, but they were still filming in 4K. They have fixed out a lot of that on Ahsoka, but oh my God, Obi-Wan was amazing.
I 1000% agree. That is one of my favorite. So like in order, it would probably be Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, or actually Mando probably be number 2, then Ahsoka. And then everything else below.
Michael, I don't know what your thoughts are on Obi-Wan. I don't know if we've discussed that.
No, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I mean,
And folks, this is beautiful. Think about it. Think about the conversation we're having right now. Unlike other people on the internet that are just kissing Disney's hiney on everything, we do not. This is the great thing. Greg and I don't agree. Michael and I don't agree. Tanya and I don't agree. And vice versa with everyone in here. This is what's beautiful. And this is why I'm grateful for everyone here. We are not going to play up. If there is something there, we're going to share it. But the end result is we're still here. So do we like it? Yes. But
I'm also not going to crap all over it either. I mean, if I have a criticism, you'll hear my criticism.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I will applaud what they do extremely well as well.
Have I given you that impression on anything on Star Wars or Star Trek, Greg?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
But there's so many people out there, even
oh
in
yeah,
the video blog world, and it's like new Star Wars is horrible. There's only 3 movies. New Star Trek is horrible. There's only whatever movies, 10 movies.
And I know several people like that. So
Oh yes, we
And,
do. And
I'm
folks,
not going
I'm
to
never going to be
watch
that
it
way.
if I don't like it.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't participate in this if I didn't like it and didn't watch it, because I wouldn't want it to track.
well, going totally off track, I might as well, since we've been doing it all night. We have changed some people's opinions about other shows that we have reviewed.
Yes, we have.
And
really cool.
Tanya,
you've got to watch The Ark. We
changed it so much.
What is that?
It's on Sci-Fi.
It's on Sci-Fi. But
as a matter of fact, Mercedes de la Cruz. Oh my God, Tanya.
Oh, she should come
Monday.
She should come.
All kidding aside, Tanya, you need to join us on Monday.
What's Monday?
We're interviewing Mercedes de la Cruz from The Ark. She is an original Molson girl from Canada. She is an artist. She is a model. She is an actor. She is. This is very sexist, folks. When you refer to someone as being a Renaissance person, it's always directed at a man, isn't it? Folks, I would actually say that she is a Renaissance woman. Michael, am I playing up to her, or would she qualify?
No, that's she does. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Multi-talented, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's
and personable, from what I understand. I'm really looking forward to
just to show you what it was.
This is a lefty that does not have. Okay, I think you know where I was going. She has a $1 million arm and the rare $1 million brain. This is not the typical lefty that has a 10-cent head. That's what I was alluding to. She is not. She is that rare lefty that. Yeah, Tanya, please, we'll send you the link.
Yeah.
The link's already on there. You need to join us next Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific. I know it's going to be late, like this program, but Tanya, this is the general manager of the Marlins in real life. She is incredible. She's awesome.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually working from home that day, so I can totally do it.
Yeah, Jag is going to be on with us. You're going to have so much fun. She is, Tanya. Okay. I've been doing this for almost 16 years. Come September, the last week of September, we open year 16. Tanya, this is all I want to tell you. I've done quite a few interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I made this comment in the interview with Mercedes. All of a sudden, I said, oh my God, the chat room has gone silent.
And we had a lot of people in the chat room.
Tanya, the chat room went silent for over 15 minutes. Because she was regaling us. And I commented out loud, I said, I've never seen this before. The chat room went silent.
I don't know
and everyone piped up.
IMDb Pro,
they're like, oh, no. We're here. And I said,
we're just listening.
They were listening, Tanya.
So The Ark is a new show.
Yes. And
relatively new, within the last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I only see one season.
I think it debuted
That's all there is
in March.
Okay.
It's a smart show.
I don't think I can watch it.
A few little things that annoyed me, but once I stopped trying to think too hard,
it's on.
It's a Dean Devlin program.
Yeah.
And we had Dean Devlin on with us too. It's like who did we not have from the program? It's crazy, Tanya. Everyone we had from the Ark. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we had 10 plus actors from the show on our show.
And on one episode, we had 8 of them.
8
now get this
altogether.
Get this, Tanya. Mercedes was on with us, and she was talking about spending time with people, and we kind of said, "Oh yeah, well, we were politely told no by several people." She will never admit it, and we will not burn her any more so. But we know she twisted some arms for us in a good way. She told says, "You guys got to spend time." We know she did for us. She went to bat for us.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's a backstory that all 3 of us, Michael, Jag, and I didn't realize Jag had that connection as well. All 4 of us have an internal connection with Mercedes, which I think made it a bit more impactful, huh, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
There's a genuine connection, and I think there's an affinity. But she's awesome, man. She is a Renaissance woman. And she is an artist, by the way.
And this will be
I'm
her
really
4th
looking forward
time
to hearing about her art.
This is her 4th time with us, so It's
Yeah,
it's
she's been
exciting.
on
All right. Well, I see that the arc is on Peacock, so
It's on
I
Peacock,
can
yes.
watch it.
Okay.
So I'll binge while I'm crafting.
There you
All
go.
right, fair enough.
That'll work.
It's a
But-
smart show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
and
it starts out looking
just
like a
know,
young
because
show, but
Mr.
it
Devlin told
balances.
us this when he was on with us, because he was on with episodes just before episode 6,
Mhm.
and he says episode 7 changes everything.
Yeah, and he said it. That's
And
right.
he said it on our program, and we were going, really?
And sure enough, it did.
Sure enough, yeah.
This is Dean Devlin. He loves to tell
Big plot
stories.
twist.
Yeah, and you know what? Having Dean Devlin on with us, it was a lot of fun. That's the second time Dean Devlin's been on with us. So having him on, it was really neat. It was funny because I was so used to having Dean on. I never called him Mr. Devlin, did I? Throughout the interview, I called him so Dean. Otherwise, it's almost always Mr. So John Billingsley. Yeah, I call him John. I do. And we have a note. Oh my goodness. We have an email from John Billingsley to us. It was sent earlier in the week, and I apologize. I'm going to take this moment right now. So, everyone on the West Coast, we have a personal request from John Billingsley. And let me get to that email right now, folks. As you know, tomorrow is Star Trek Day. So, here's the email. I'm not going to show anyone the email because it has a lot of private information on here. But he said, "Dear friends and colleagues, on September 8th, 2023, Paramount once again will celebrate Star Trek Day, a day intended to pay homage to Gene Roddenberry's vision of a future where everyone is treated with respect and corporate greed is a thing of the past. Sadly, though, the studios and the AMPTP are failing to live up to Gene's vision. We ask that the creators behind Star Trek, the writers, the actors, the craftspeople, and crew members gather together outside the gates of Paramount on the 8th to remind the executives who claim to own this franchise that Star Trek's values are anti-exploitative and rooted in a deep belief that everybody, that's in capital, has a role to play in the protection of our shared ecosystem. We ask that anyone who has ever worked on a Trek production, in any capacity, in front or behind the camera, come out and pick it with us. Additionally, we welcome any fans that wish to join us in solidarity. What United We Trek, September 8th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Time. Where Paramount? Check in 5433 Melrose Avenue. Note, there will not be a picket in New York City that day. Finally, we respectfully encourage people to consider making a donation to the SAG Foundation of striking workers and their families. Attached, you will find a flyer to the event, and should you choose to post it, please add the link https / SAG-AFTRA.foundation to your social media. This will be a very special day, and we expect a very large turnout. So we ask that you bring your own water and provisions. Parking will also be at a premium, so please calculate enough time to find a spot or plan on getting there via Uber, Lyft, etc. I will show this. Here it is. I can show this. And here it is from John Billingsley, Dr. Phlox from Enterprise. Here it is. Here is the link. Let me show it. SAG-AFTRA performers and give today, make a donation. I'm going to put the link in the chat room, and there it is. It's in the chat room. But get word out, folks. Tomorrow is Star Trek Day, and outside the Paramount lot, there's going to be a demonstration from 10 to 12. If you can make it, awesome. If you cannot, you can still hold vigil online from 10 a.m. Pacific time to 12 noon. And that
Don't
is
forget about the
directly,
writers.
yes. And that is directly from John Billingsley. As you know, Mr. Billingsley has been on with us 4 times as well. He is a friend to the network. And he sent me the email, and I have to get word out, and I'm going to be still getting word out tonight and tomorrow as well. It's a big deal. So if you can support, you can, and if not, you can still hold a vigil on the internet from 10 a.m. Pacific time to 12 noon Pacific time.
Well, see, had I known that, I could have gotten that story on the air.
That's my failure.
I just learned about it today. It just hit social media today that I
Yeah.
saw.
I totally would have ran that story. Well, I would have had the other editor for
I
the
wonder if
story.
anybody's going to cover it because that's going to be really cool. Because you're going to have a lot of the Star Trek people have
Mm-hmm.
already started acknowledging that they were going to be there. So I primarily follow like people like Doug Drexler and stuff, but I don't know if he's going to be there. But he's one of the craftsmen, so hopefully.
I never thought of that, Tanya, and I'm sorry, I should have.
No,
But
that's fine.
as I told Michael, I dropped the ball because knowing that again, I hadn't been feeling well over the last week and a half. I had not been checking my email, so I dropped
Mm-hmm.
the ball on that one. But by the way, Tanya, if it's worth anything, I did email you that email. I don't
Okay.
have to tell you anything because you're in the industry, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you anything about it. So it's there.
Thank
And
you.
actually, ooh, there's an image. Damn it. I didn't see that.
Yeah, because I'm part of the Writers Guild, and I didn't see anything about that. Because I guess
Really?
that's only for SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah,
Because usually I get the emails from the Writers Guild.
Yeah. So there you go. As you know, John Billingsley primarily is an actor, performer,
Yeah,
but everyone related to Star Trek, they're going to be outside Paramount Pictures, which is really cool.
that
So,
would be awesome. If I was
yeah.
on the West Coast, I totally would have. I would have
that's going
covered
to be a
that.
huge demonstration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what they did for Henry Cotto for season 5. I remember a lot of people went out on that demonstration. I was not able to attend it. So, but it's there, folks. Who knows? Who knows what can be done?
Roger,
And
which email did you send it to? My work or my personal?
no, I have 79.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, did not send it to work. I was gonna send it, and I had both emails, and I was like, ah, don't be a pendejo. So, yeah, I made sure to send it to your personal one right now. So
Okay.
there it is,
Thank you.
folks. We have talked quite a bit of Ahsoka. I don't know if there's anything else that you wanted to get to, guys. We actually did cover quite a bit. I don't know if there's anything else. The episode moved fast. Are there some additional thoughts on it?
I think I've said everything I need to say on it, but
Okay. What sort of a grade would you give it? Oh, I'm sorry, Darth Gregorius. Your final
Gregory,
thoughts on
I'm going to give it an A minus, and that minus is only for whatever they did to Hayden Space.
Ooh, okay. Michael, what's it gonna be?
B plus because Chopper wasn't in it enough.
Oh, Lothcat is off her A trip. So take it as it is. She gives it a B minus. Michael, what
Uh-oh.
did you say? What you
B
said a B
plus.
plus?
B plus.
Alan, I know you're working, but if you're still with us, I'd love to know. And Jag, yeah, I know what you're gonna give it. I know. And Royer, I mean Palpatine, um, there was some good in this story. Didn't blow me away. I didn't think we were gonna have another bridge episode, for lack of a better word. Oh, actually, this would be a bridge episode if you think about it.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna
It
give this
moved the plot,
one.
though. It did move the
Yeah,
plot.
it wasn't bad. This wasn't epic in any way whatsoever, but
No.
I
Oh
would
my
give it a B
God.
minus.
Three big fights in 30 minutes. There was a lightsaber fight every 10 minutes.
Listen, when you
Okay.
compare it to how slow Andor was, I will take that.
Right? I mean, all right. I'm rating this in terms of Star Wars. I'm not rating this compared to like Star Trek. I'm not rating this compared to the great Dune, the best sci-fi novel ever, and well, my favorite. And
It's all good, buddy. Don't worry. This is a
so, in
relatively
the
safe
context of
space in
Star
hyperspace.
Wars,
We don't have hyperspace
a
right.
lightsaber fight every 10 minutes—that's like video game awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
That was an impressive speech. B minus. I'm, I'm sticking with mine. Yeah, Jay, you're a funny. I appreciate that. NA, so said the engineer. Jay, I did announce what you guys are going to be doing in October. So, um, yeah. Uh, I'm just going to say that we had the same score. So, it's all good. It's all good. Maybe it was a sympathetic score on that one, but we'll see. All kidding aside, we're going to be doing in the month of October 5 horror movies, and I'm going to tell you which is a horror movie that I'm going to go over. It is the classic late 1970s Dawn of the Dead.
Okay, well, that I will not be there.
I won't either. So
It's not
we can
my
do
thing,
something else.
horror, but I'm going to play with Jay and Almighty. Yes, Jay, I just said that. So
You
there
guys
it
can
is.
have fun with that. Do not
To
send
be
me a
on
link.
no problem. I'm sure Almighty will, but that's okay.
We will still be talking about Lower Deck, so you can join us for Lower Deck.
Yeah, that's
That I will do.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Well-
Discovery. Isn't Discovery starting in September? I mean,
I
in
think
October.
that got put out.
I don't.
January.
We'll have the announcement tomorrow
Yeah,
as to when it's going to debut.
yeah.
Oh dear God, what?
Tomorrow's Star Trek Day.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
right.
they'll know.
I don't
They're
know
still
if there was an announcement for Discovery.
It was. I know the last I heard, it might have been delayed, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It was supposed to come out this fall because it was supposed to be after
Right.
Strange New Worlds. Discovery was supposed to come out.
But instead, now it's Lower Decks. So
Oh, this is as of 5 days ago at Open Media Hub. They're claiming now scheduled to grace our screens in the first half of the celestial year 2024.
that's
Bloody
what
hell.
I figured. Yeah.
yeah. I wonder
I
if they
think
needed
they're-
reshoots.
They're spreading it out.
I don't know if it's reshoots. I think they were done. What the issue is that look, Michael and I were talking about this. If you want to have something on regular television for the February sweeps, you got to start filming that in November. So right now we should be in the fall season and there's nothing. They should have started filming in August. There's none of that. So what they have, they're going to be spreading it out for as long as they can.
Honestly, if they were smart, they would have taken all the shows that they have on Paramount up for Star Trek and put it on.
Oh, that's what's happening tomorrow night. Didn't you know?
Yeah, they're airing Strange New
Strange New
Worlds
Worlds
on.
tomorrow night.
Yeah,
On
I don't have
CBS.
regular television. So.
Well, then you don't know.
What are they going to air? Are they going to air it on CBS?
First 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds.
And then they're gonna tell everybody now you got to get Paramount if you want to watch the rest. That's how they get you.
Okay, is this a bit of a sin? We're going to go over a little bit, but since Tanya's here, you saw season 2, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. What stood out in your mind? Because
I hated the musical episode.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I was like, bloody. This is Star Trek. What the hell are you doing?
Tanya, as far as I'm concerned, this has been in the back of their mind since Berman talked about it somewhere in the middle of season 6 of The Next Generation. It's been percolating in the Star Trek realms.
I'm surprised they didn't do it in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. Actually, with those talented people, a lot of them had Broadway.
Oh
Yeah, a
please,
lot of
but
them-
Deep Space Nine had enough problems. You want to throw that in the mix?
Well, I was just talking
Por
about the actors,
favor.
the performers, and I will not go any further. I do want to say this, Tanya. What really stuck in my mind, there were 2 moments, and I'm going to ask these 2 brave souls. The moment that stuck in my mind, and it's how I even began the episode, was incoming transport. Incoming transport. Incoming transport. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
That one. Oh my God. That one was a wonderful episode. And I mean, dramatically speaking, there's
Yeah.
nothing to like in that. It is an ugly, dark episode, but it was so
It was
well
great
done.
Star Trek.
Yes. And that's
Yep.
what stuck in my mind every time. Incoming transport. It was like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
it was real. And the other episode, Tanya, for me, was the second episode of the season. Greg and I did that episode, and Greg remembers what I said. If this is the Star Trek that we have today, I am dying on this mountain. I am dying on this hill. This is Star Trek. Love it, hate it.
It
This
was
is
a
the
great
Star Trek I
dramatic
grew up with.
episode. It really
Yeah.
was.
You know what? Ad aspera per aspera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And everyone said it was a cop out of the asylum. I said, no, 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 no. That's happened before. It wasn't a cop out. It has happened. And it's not, it's just,
I have to say, Strange New Worlds is probably, not probably, for me, and this is coming from somebody who has grown up watching Star Trek, that
yeah.
I've read books, comics. I mean, my father, I could thank my father for this. But Strange New Worlds is probably the best Star Trek series since probably Next Generation. I wasn't a big fan of Enterprise. DS9, dear God help me, I couldn't, that show. Hi. And then I was a big fan of Voyager. Picard, I had
Yeah.
issues with.
Actually, Tanya and I have that in common as well. There's a Voyager love. As a matter of fact, Tanya, oh my God, we're going to have someone joining us for the Lower Decks who is a producer from Australia who does some incredible stories, right, Michael? And it's his
Star Trek
YouTube
fan
channel.
films.
These are the Voyages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Tanya, that kid's talented. And
Very great guy.
I am dismissive by saying it that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're all talented in the fan film universe,
Oh yeah.
but he has a garage that is smaller than mine, and the stuff that he is able to do, there's, you know what, they're good stories, and I'm not going to build it up anymore. This kid is talented, and I hate him because he's a young kid too. He's like, what, how old is he, Michael? Is what, 22? Damn it.
No, he's older than that.
I know he is, but
But
yeah.
but he's wonderful, and we were so happy that he decided to join us, and he's been coming in recently. We interviewed him a couple of times, for his Star Trek stuff.
Oh my
and,
God.
And he's come on to do some of our review shows, and it's so nice, different perspective.
Tanya,
Yeah.
when John Billingsley was on with us, we told him he was there.
He was there.
Michael and I were kind of like,
asked the best questions to John Billingsley.
Michael and I were like in F-off mode. We were like so cash. We were like having a good time with him. And then all of a sudden, Aaron starts asking, and we're like, oh yeah, damn, someone took this interview seriously. He was great. He was. And he got John's attention.
He did.
Yeah.
I will say, you guys are awesome. I think I like this better than the sports program. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, Tanya, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think I like this.
There's different
more.
flavors, Tanya. There's different flavors, and I'm most proud of that. Is that every program has? I mean, House of the Dragon, man. What we did with that, and here's another thing that Darth Gregorius and I will have. I saw it through because I had to see it through, but Darth loves Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power.
Oh my God, my husband and you would get along so well.
I saw it through because it is J.R.R. Tolkien, and I told
we
Michael,
were reviewing it, so we had to.
Yeah. Now the funny thing is, folks, I was asked to ride shotgun with someone for that, and they were in 2 of the episodes. That was it. So Roger, being Roger, I'm going to see this through, and we did. And Michael and I and Almighty, we saw it through. But I told Michael before I found out from Greg, I said, I ain't doing season 2.
You don't have to. I mean,
well, all kidding aside, Greg, if you want to do season 2, brother, I'm in. Just because. Right. Yeah.
I only have so much time.
I know. You've made an incredible commitment already, Darth. You are in everything. Tanya, I appreciate the commentary though about the different flavors. We try to do things differently. Star Wars is different from Star Trek, obviously, and in
Oh,
all
yeah.
the interviews, they're all different. 21 flavors is always good. Hmm. I thought it was 31, but
Yeah, I was
far
gonna
be it
say
from
31's
me.
better though.
Far be it from me to tell the engineer which numbers are correct.
Fine, I'll do it.
As
31.
long as I got chocolate and coffee, I'm good.
Chocolate.
Tanya, my heart beats when you do that. Flat out. I mean, this is my buddy Jay. I'm like, yeah, Jay, you kind of blew it. Tanya's, I don't give a shit. You got it wrong.
Listen, once you hit a certain age, you can say whatever the hell you want at whoever the hell you want,
Actually,
and
I
don't
told Mike.
apologize.
Yeah, I told Michael when I turn the age next year in April, every restaurant, every place I'm gonna walk in, I'm like, where's my 10% right now?
Wait,
Right
you
now,
mean you haven't yet?
Tanya, I've been getting it since I was 34. Nice try. I've already delivered that joke one too many times, but thank you. That was smooth. That was without skipping a beat either.
A bartender came up to me and my buddy Tuesday night. And he was, so, what can I get you boys? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Tanya, I've been getting the senior discount since I was 34. Okay. The funny thing is, I was in Vegas at age 19. 19, and I was allowed to play on the Vegas tables. All right. All I would do is let a day or two of growth, and they never carded me. Tanya,
Yeah,
I've
no.
told this story one too many times. I was 30 years old, and we were on the west side. We went to some nightclub, and there was one guy in security, and he was alone, and he started wanting all of us, and he says, your ID? I'm like, excuse me? Your ID, sir. I'm like, what are you sir, I have to card everyone. And I don't think anyone else heard, but I turned to the kid and I got my wallet. I said, young man, I've never been carded in my life. You have to understand that this is an incredible emotional moment for me. Yeah, you see, it's an incredible emotional moment for me. I will never, ever forget this moment because he was alone. It was a Friday or Saturday night. You can't smile, you can't laugh. I did see a little crack. He was chuckling because I said, young man, I'm sorry, but I will remember this for the rest of my life. I've never been carded. And sadly, I've never been carded since.
Yeah, well, you know what? I always get carded. At least I would if I drank, but I don't drink. But however, I would still get carded. So
Good for you. And I mean, oh, joven viejito. What? Or viejote. Oh, no, viejito. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, said the man who's older than I am, but whatever.
Hey,
Oh,
at
good.
least you didn't call me during the podcast like other times.
Yeah, whatever. So, Greg, your thoughts on Strange New Worlds, and Michael, your thoughts on Strange New World as we finish up today?
Well, why are we talking about Strange New Worlds? Oh, are we
Because Tanya commented about it, and I'd like to know yours.
commented. I don't know why I commented.
I think it's amazing. I mean, I think
No,
yeah,
I've enjoyed Strange New Worlds, and
I wish that with the time that they have, if they're only doing a few episodes a week, um, that they did more of the sci-fi type stuff. Not necessarily sci-fi action because that Asper for Sparrow was really good. Um, the Mash type episode was really good, but you know, there was one episode that I thought I could have done well without, and that was the engagement dinner episode.
oh, I thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
It was funny, but we knew we were getting the Lower Decks crossover. So
And that's what you wanted. That you were. Yeah, I know. That's what you want.
Actually, you know what? The Lower Decks crossover episode, Tanya.
I actually have to say I liked it.
Oh my God! Then, woman, what the?
If you like that, then you will like Lower Decks. If you like the,
I love the crossover episode. I thought it was they made fun of themselves.
Yeah,
I was worried because of the character. Actually, Mariner in this episode, I thought was a toned down version of Mariner. Because in the series, Mariner talks a lot faster. She's a lot more hyper. And I guess it's a little easier doing the voice work. And it's not that
Well, they also have to fit the story in 20 minutes.
Yeah. So Mariner is on liquid crack, man. She is the funny character. Look, Mariner annoys me to no end on Lower Decks. I've said that, but it doesn't detract from me enjoying the series. I've said that before, and
I
I've argued
adore
with
her.
other people that they say, "Well, I don't like this character." I said, "Look, in your job, there's going to be people you're going to dislike.
Oh
Right?
dear God, I know.
Yeah, it just is what it is, but it doesn't take away from my entertainment. Did all of you see my post today though? I died laughing today on my post on my
Oh, with the
Facebook page.
button?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was like, can I have a button, please?
If you
I
have
already
not
know.
seen it, folks, go to it's I haven't posted in 6 days. I saw this one. I died laughing. So yes, in another universe, I am Dave.
Yeah, but I would need to know. I need to be able to choose because I
Oh,
have two people that I would
so
choose.
you're
Three
like the
people.
middle guy, say Seth or whatever.
Yeah, but no, I would still press the button to see what happens.
That was so damn funny. That guy acted it out so well when he says, "Press the button," and then he says, "You didn't let me finish." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, and I loved his line. The way he looks like a little kid. I thought it was so well delivered by that actor, and his line. It's never about the money.
Listen, some things, no, it's not.
Dave just didn't care. I agree. And I just thought it was funny. I know that people are going to complain about it, or I know that's why I said in another life,
Oh
my
no,
middle
I'll
name
admit
is
it.
Dave.
I don't
Yeah,
give a crap. Yeah, no, that's me.
yeah, you're all right. You're a lot
But I'm
braver than
also
I
the
am.
person that'll tell the person that I don't like them.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
Tanya,
also that person.
I was told that uh, someone at my job actually came over and said, "Raj, you know, a lot of people say a lot about you," and I'm like, "Oh dear, here it comes." But he said, "You know, people know where they stand with you, Roger.
Mhm.
If you dislike them, no, he says, if you like the person or accept them, they know it. If
Yep.
you dislike them, they know it. There's no games with you." And the person was unhappy, but they were admitting that, and I know it took a lot because he says, if you dislike that person, they know it. There's no doubt with you. There's no
Yep.
games, and that meant a great deal to me. He said, "There's no games between you." Oh, who cares? Stop being so sensitive. That's the problem with our generation. Yeah. We
That's
were
a
the
whole. You know
last
what?
generation of feral kids.
I should bring back raise your glass just for that topic alone. Oh my God, that would be like a year-long topic.
When, Tanya? That's what
Oh, I got to check
everyone,
when we're free. Wait a minute. Wait a
right,
minute.
Michael? Whenever
Yeah.
someone says that's all I say is when.
Well, I need Roz. Roz was my producer.
Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, I haven't spoken to Roz this week. I have to contact her later on tonight. She slides in from time to time too, so I've got to. I know she's,
Yeah.
but I
We could
watch
use
her
a
videos.
producer.
Yeah.
What?
We could use a producer to keep us on task.
He's
We
not
could.
wrong.
I'm bad about it too. I
He's
am.
not wrong, Roger.
I've given up trying to talk to
Yeah,
him.
I know. I know.
Emotional.
Talk into the mic.
Some guests get scared.
Why?
5 hours podcast.
I mean, it's great. Depending on who is speaking.
What I love about it is like hanging out. It's like but everybody can watch us hang out.
Exactly. And you know what?
And they do.
When I do my interviews, people are like, "Oh, can you send us the questions in advance?" I'm like, "No, because this is like we're sitting in a cafe having some coffee and what have you, and just shooting the breeze, and that's it." And they're like, "Yeah, but we want to be able to prepare." The point is not to prepare, because you never know what is going to happen.
Yeah, and you know, we've had to tell people, guys, we're not going to ambush you. We're having a conversation. And most of the guests, when they hear that, they love that, huh, Michael?
Most do. Yeah.
And they stick around, Tanya. We don't have 1 hour interviews with our guests. I mean, they've gone 2, they've gone 3.
They've said 1. Oh, I can take a few more questions.
Oh, it is funny
I
because
can take a few more questions.
I don't know if you saw some of those episodes, Greg, but
I started watching a few of them, and
where we're
I
like,
skipped
okay,
some of it, but I did
yeah, but
tried to
like
get the gist of what was going on with the art kids. That was a lot of fun.
when we have like what they say an hour at about the 45-minute mark, I'm already like, okay, folks, come on, everyone in the chat room, we're short on time. They have a commitment, and the number one, the guest appreciates that they told us, and we're sticking to it. But it is the ultimate bit of love, I guess, for lack of a better word, when they say, I've got some time. That is cool. That is neat. And that's happened a lot. I think one of the most difficult episodes for the guest was Jessica Yemi. It was her first episode. She was nervous as heck. And folks, listen to me on this, okay? I have to finish this thought. She was nervous as heck. Her answers were clipped. They were very short because she was nervous. Folks, she was on air with us for an hour and a half. Okay?
And
She wanted to be on.
and she wanted to come back.
Yes.
And she was scheduled to come back, and then she had another commitment, and she felt really bad, but she had a great time.
She's
awesome.
coming back. And that's not a slight to her. I'm not insulting her in any way.
No.
We knew she had a reservation. She said, this is my first interview like this. And we're like, just come and join us. Watch how we tortured everyone else. So, which we didn't. Now, the funniest one, Tanya, before the episode went live, this kid, one of the actors told us in the
Young
green room
gentleman.
before we went live, he said, I did some reconnaissance on you guys. And both Jag and I were at the exact moment, we're like,
oh, and you still
we're
came
sorry.
on?
Yeah, I think, yeah. It was funny. Both he and I at the exact moment said, we're sorry. And he said, no, I came to play.
And he did.
And he did. He did. He was a lot of fun. They all were a lot of fun. And
Cool.
that community of the Ark, they love there's genuine affection. Because Tanya,
That's awesome.
every time we had a guest, one of the other actors would show up
And surprise them.
like midstream.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was unreal. And everyone did it. And it was just magic. Each episode was magic.
Love that.
Oh my God, it was Stacy Reed. She is from
Zimbabwe.
Thank you. And as you know, Tanya, as I'm doing the episode, I say, oh, we have people watching us. Let us know who you are, where you hail from. Well, there was one person that stated they were from a certain thing. And I'm like, hey, I wonder if they're there right now. And I pointed them out. And she said, oh my God, that is my drama instructor from school.
High school.
Oh, wow.
And they had not seen each other or spoken in 5 years. And Tanya, over the next 15 minutes, we were finally able to make it happen. And they were talking to each other. She's in the United Kingdom. Her instructor was in Zimbabwe. It was movie magic. It was unreal. Every episode had a moment of magic. And
that's the best part of the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were lucky
making the world so much smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah, with Milos.
Breaking news. That was hysterical.
Milos had the headset, the ear pods, and then he was having trouble. So it looked like he was doing this regularly. And I made a joke about it where I was like, dude, breaking news. And he played with it. Well, he joined us on another episode. And I did, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. We're going to cut in right now. And Milos had the same thing. And it was funny. No one knew unless you had seen the prior episode when he said, yes, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. I'm cutting in. Oh,
we all broke up. I mean, we just on air. We just couldn't believe it.
He remembered the comment. And unless you had seen the prior episode, you didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he popped in with Cosmo, who his mom called the Milkster. Because they grew up on a farm, and he played with cows.
Yeah, we brought Cosmo's mother on with him.
That was funny. That was funny.
Well, gentlemen, I have to get up super early
and I think we all do, and
Yeah.
I think we're all going to end. Yes.
Good night. It was lovely meeting you.
Thank you,
You
Tanya.
as well. I will see you when I see you.
Yes.
Definitely.
Talk
All right.
Ta-ta.
Thank you, Tanya. Well, we're going to go ahead and finish up, guys. And it was a lot of fun. I'm sorry we definitely went way off topic on this one, but it's, folks, this is
Squirrel.
what we do. It's fun. It's incredible. This is this exuberance, this excitement that you see. It's not faked, it's real. And you in the audience make it. Your comments. We live for this. We've told you. Michael and I have done interviews, and our greatest fear is an empty chat room. And we've had it because of the time of day, and it's unreal. But the chat room makes it. All of your comments, they mean a great deal to us. I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. We are you, and you are us. The only
Well, I love it
difference
when
is that
Alan's
we're
here. I don't
behind.
have to look anything up.
Yeah. Yeah, Alan starts off in the first hour, and I think he has meetings because he in the second hour he's told me that he watches after. So it means a great deal to us, folks. It really does, and we are eternally grateful.
And it spurs conversation. It gives alternate point of views. It really is the best tool. And if it was just the three of us, you know, we
Boring as
wouldn't
heck.
we wouldn't get the all these different
Yeah.
opinions and grades, and or if it was just one of us, we'd only get one opinion. And I don't want
Boy,
to
have
be
I
that way.
done that. Michael has done that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's the things that we have to deal with. So, folks, it's us. This is a shared experience, and we're lucky to be here. That's why I mean it when I say join us. I'm not kidding. It's real.
Where are my
NDB
Connecticut
media.
friends? Are you watching this afterwards? Come on, guys.
Actually, Greg, we've noticed. We notice a lot of the episodes, a lot of the viewers are after the fact.
Yeah. Well, I know Carol watched it last night,
Oh, really?
so unless she had another commitment tonight,
Okay.
you out there, Carol? Say hello. Although it's getting late in Connecticut, so
Yeah.
Getting.
Oh, here we go.
all right. It is past my bedtime,
Yeah. We've got
but I
in.
do stay up past my bedtime on Thursdays for you guys.
Yeah, I know, Greg, and it means a great deal. It does. This is fun, folks.
This is my
I
social activity of the week.
I have grown used to spending time with all of you. This is a big deal for me. Folks, you guys know physically, you know what I'm dealing with. It is painful, the stuff that I have, and it goes away being able to spend time with you. It's fun. But is it there? I feel it right now. But when we get into these conversations, it's like in the movie Necessary Roughness. Remember where they're in college? Scott Bakula, the 35-year-old quarterback, comes back to play because of his eligibility. And there's this moment because they have to play Iron Man football. It means they don't have enough players for offense and defense. The entire team is playing both offense and defense. And there's a moment where they're finally like in the eighth or ninth game. He says, guys, I know you're hurt. It's raining and they're all hurting. They're tired. He says, I know you're hurting. I know you're tired. But we're 3 yards away. If we score, I promise you, boys, your hurts, your agonies, everything will go away. And being that I've been able to play sports, it is real. And this is part of that. The hurts, the things go away because it's real and it's cool. I'm eternally grateful. So,
Advil helps
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Might not help you, but it helped me today.
Oh, it does. And Tanya, thank you for joining us. Jay, thank you. Jag, Lothcat, Tanya, of course. Um, iBeamer, brand new, which is cool. I don't think they expected us to highlight their comments.
No.
And they said that. It was cool. And that's what we do. When you highlight a guest comments, it's like, wow, they're actually reading it. And if you think about the comments, they might not have been very friendly, but they took the time to comment. And did you notice the comments
Mhm.
changed? They changed.
Yep.
There was some good commentary there, and I appreciate that. and he loves Greg. No doubt about that. They liked Greg's comments. Good call, Greg. But all kidding aside, Alan, appreciate it. It means a great deal to us. And all the likes tonight from Johnny, Sonia, Tanya, and Jay. We're thankful. So, all right, we're good. Mercedes de la Cruz,
See you all Monday.
Monday. Good stuff. Sports Talk with the Guys is on Saturday, 6 a.m. Pacific time at 3 p.m. Pacific. Better Call Saul rewatch continues. And
Saturday night, Lower Decks.
You're right. I'm so sorry. At
6 p.m. Pacific, 9
Lower
p.m.
Decks.
Eastern. Perth, Australia time on Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Oh my God, Beamer, thank you. Oh my God, you're still with us. I
Wow.
appreciate that, buddy. Thank you.
Hung in there all evening. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. You see, it means a lot for us too, man. It means a lot. And I'm
And that's
glad.
I'm guessing generic, person.
It
Thank
means a
you.
lot to us, guys, and it doesn't matter. We read the comments and we appreciate it. That's so funny. It is. Well, obviously he liked you, Greg. And I'm assuming it's male, so I may have gotten it wrong again. That is so funny. I just checked back, and you're all still
Yeah,
going.
we're all still here. Yeah, man.
That is so
Person,
cool.
dude.
It means a great deal to us.
And now, since you came back, we'll probably be on longer now.
No, we're not. We've got to go. We got to go. But we do go easily. We will go 2 hours, so it is cool.
Well, I just want to say I hope he joins us for some of our other shows. So
yes. Beamer.
Back to that.
Did you have a grade on the episode? Very quickly, Greg said A-. Michael said B+. Lothcat said B-. And I said B-. So just they go forever. What do you mean? Yeah, okay. I appreciate you found that funny. Do you have a score for us on the using A through F? Just out of curiosity on episode 4. So, yes, we are now holding out for you.
Yeah.
It takes a few seconds. It's not 30 seconds. It's about 15 to 20 on the delay. So, just out of curiosity. But I appreciate you found that funny, dude. So, we shall see.
Or he has no comment.
A-. All right. So
okay.
this is going in the record. All kidding aside.
He writes it down, Beamer.
So if I can't be here, I think we've got a stand-in, right? Sounds like this guy and I are on the same page.
Beamer, if you're interested in joining us on air, let us know. Join us a little bit early. Put in the chat room for the next episode, and contact us. You can contact us at ndbmedia.net, folks. That's where all of our stuff is going on. Check it out. You can find our links to Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you. It's all there. Guys, all kidding aside, this has been fun. It's been awesome. We thank everyone at Lucasfilm, and it's cool. There's a story there, and we're in. It's fun. But the beauty of it is we're not schmoes and we're not, hacks for ABC and Disney. We are giving our opinions, and it's a lot better.
No invested interest.
Yep. Michael, do you want, or Greg, do you want to take us away on this episode?
Yeah.
You shoot the golf ball out.
This will be your first, I think. Take us away, brother.
I don't remember how you do it. So, episode 4 is in the bag. Live long and prosper. See you around the universe.